Hey, what's up, everybody? Live chat. Okay, let's go over here and copy that. I did that. Okay, should be good to go, I think. Oh, what? No, emojis. Damn emojis.
Hello, folks. Okay.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, how you doing, Mark? Hey, Jason. Hey, Paul.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hey, howdy, partner.
Everybody.
Hi, Jason.
Howdy, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, on my way into work.
Another day in
Jody.
paradise,
On the
right?
show, give me somebody to talk to on the way to work, if you will.
Yeah,
Around that time.
not a problem. You're always welcome. You know that, Jason.
I appreciate that. Thank you. As long as I'm not too much of a loser, right?
Now we leave the losers over in the chat.
Everybody's a winner here.
That's right. Yep.
I think so.
Frank,
I mean, that's
how you
why I
doing,
hang out with you
Frank?
guys. I like the company. I like chatting with you guys. I like listening. You've got a
Hey,
very
Dominic.
nice channel here.
Dominic and Jonathan have joined us on the panel.
Jason, what's good?
Morning, Jonathan. Morning, Dominic. It's all good,
what's
man.
Ooh,
You
I'm
headed
sorry,
to
my
this one,
TV.
Jason. You must be on your way to work.
Yep, on the way to work. Business as usual. So I'll only be off for a few minutes. Of course, but it's nice
Hey,
to
morning,
help pass the
Dominic.
time, even though it's a short commute. I mean, it's only 9 miles of a drive,
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I miss Virginia this time of year.
Yeah, it's hot. It's humid though.
Yeah, but beautiful.
But it's still nice. It could be worse, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get 103 today.
Oh, snap. Where you at?
Georgia. Bottom of Georgia.
You're in Georgia.
Yep.
All right.
I mean 103, so I'm about to shoot out and catch a train or two before it turns up.
What do you have planned for today, Jonathan?
Like I said, I'm about to go try to catch a train or two
You
before it
mute your
turns
thing
up.
for a bit, Mark.
Oh,
Once
taking
it
a train.
turns up,
Okay.
Mute your thing for a bit. The dog's barking in my.
She's saying good
Thank you.
morning.
Yeah, won't be a minute.
Oh.
She wants
Okay.
some toast.
Good evening.
Yeah, but after
Hey,
that,
hey, Dominic.
getting about this heat.
I've finally got my new computer.
Ah, excellent. Let's see.
Right on. Congratulations, Dominic. Hey, Justin.
MacBook Air.
Hey, Justin.
Justin, what's good, fella?
I'm gonna sit like this, and I'm gonna use the microphone like this. I thought, why not be a little bit funny? I just thought I'd get on for a few minutes and tell everybody I finally got my new MacBook.
Ooh,
You're
nice.
gonna play some Fortnite with us now?
Air M3, I think it is.
Did
It's
it
an
look awesome?
M3 chip.
Did it look awesome when you opened it?
Yeah, it did actually.
It's always fun opening something new like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to wait because they said, "Oh, it's coming today," and then they went from "it's coming today" to "it's coming between 1:05 and 3:05," and they got here at about 2:30.
2:30.
That was good.
In the morning. In the morning.
No,
Dominic?
PM.
PM. All right. So what's the time now and where you are?
It's now 11:05.
All right. So you've had plenty of time to play with it and whatnot.
Yeah. I set it up and then I had to go out to dinner. I was invited out to a swanky do.
Oh, very nice.
I was more interested in sitting home and setting this thing
I
up.
bet, yeah. I bet it was occupying your every waking thought at the time. It would do me if I had a MacBook sitting at home.
Yep, it's got USB charging as well.
Okay.
So I don't have to carry a bulky charger with me. but at the same time, the battery life should improve. I've had it on for what, 3 hours? It came charged with 80%.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's good.
Mm.
It's all happening.
Right on. So you gonna
Yep.
start playing Fortnite with us, Dominic?
No,
No,
not a Fortnite sort of guy.
I didn't think I was either. And I started playing with my brother and my niece and my nephew and my son. And
I don't think I've got that sort of coordination.
You'll be all right. You practice it like anything, really. Bit of practice, you'll be okay.
Mm.
In fact, Jason has some great games. He's become very good at it.
Mm.
well, thank you.
Listen,
Sometimes,
you know what-
sometimes,
you know
some
what let me know-
Hey,
more
TJ.
worse than great. More worse than great.
Well, I've seen you in the first couple of games whilst you staggered around, and then I've witnessed the whole transition into player. You know.
Thank you.
Hey TJ, how you doing?
What's
Hey, TJ. Good morning.
Hi, Joel. Dominic, Justin.
Hello.
There's something about you, TJ. I can't quite put my finger on, but something different. Hey, what is it? Is your hair
Yeah,
done or something?
His nose is
I had a
little
feeling he was
stuffed
on.
up.
I had a feeling he was on.
TJ, what are you doing for that nasal problem? You know.
He's had his hair cut. That's what it
Chat.
is. His hair's shorter. Something like that.
Jody.
That's
Got
funny.
everybody.
That's funny.
Just gotta work out how to use this thing.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Sorry about that before, Michael. Precious
Hey, it's
decided
okay.
she wanted to share my toast and strawberry jam.
Ah, oh God, me too now.
TJ, what's good, man? What you got going on?
Oh, just chilling right now, man. Probably gonna rain later this afternoon. I want to try and get out and fly before the rain comes.
Right.
Nice.
Hey, y'all need to go check out my video, man.
Well, you just put one out?
Yeah, I put one up yesterday.
I've already seen it. Yeah, I saw that one. Flying
Yeah,
in
that's
the, is it a
playground.
dino park or something? It's a child's play area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've seen that. It's cool. Good video.
Yeah, that was pretty challenging.
Yeah. And they're
TJ,
also
I
kind of
thought you-
perfect, aren't they? Sorry, go on.
TJ, I was gonna say, I thought you weren't supposed to be within 50 feet of a park.
Well.
He's just too big for the swings.
Yeah.
Did Don get
Oh,
your
I
music
see.
right?
TJ can have more fun at a park than a kid would.
Well, there was the one swinging on the swing, and the one kid, I guess, just like looked at it like, "Ooh, what was that?"
UFO.
I can just imagine TJ at the park swinging. Ah.
Speaking of UFOs, yo, did y'all see that thing that China got from the far side of the moon?
Just doing the Peter Griffin laugh as he's going up and down.
Mother muted. Unmuted.
Hey, TJ,
Hi, Joe.
put that nose on and go out to the busiest highway next to the house and put that nose on and go out there. And we'll take bets about how long it takes for the cops come up and take them away. Captain Joe.
Captain Joe. If you haven't already heard the news, Joe, I got a new computer.
Are you loving it?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, so far. I'm just
I
setting
can
it up
imagine
now.
Tim. I can imagine Tim swinging at a park.
Yep, there you go.
That could be but that's a huge upgrade for you though, too. From what you had.
Welcome to Clown Central, Joe.
What you got?
Morning, Joe. Good to see you.
Morning.
You're going from a 9-year-old computer to a new one. That's a big upgrade.
Mm.
should definitely notice a big difference.
Does it work about the same for you, or do you got to learn some new things, new tricks?
No, not really. It seems to be about the same. It's just it's got USB-C, got USB-C slots.
Yeah.
There's always new tricks in the new computer. Just gotta
Yeah,
figure
there's
them
new
out.
tricks.
You don't know what they are yet, so you ain't figured them out.
Mhm.
I gotta get with Adrian. I got a
No.
Apple computer right here that he can shoot at. Cause this son of a bitch has got me so pissed off.
USA was good.
What's up?
Crash your body yet?
No, you mail me that battery yet?
No, you ain't tell me that you wanted to swap out for the bag. You told me, let me sleep on it and I'll let you know tomorrow. Tomorrow was yesterday. You didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Tomorrow was
Yeah, I know.
yesterday. Yep.
I was waiting for you to say something.
I know you
Well,
was.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not two teenagers going in for your first kiss.
Yeah,
Jesus
really.
Christ.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
What did I do?
There you
There we
go.
go. The golden one today.
Yeah, just gonna keep that right in front of me because I have a feeling I need it again.
Golden bird.
Hold on.
You know, you ought to
Ooh.
make an attachment that goes on the back, right about where the knuckles are. That is a pair of wings. You know, so it's a golden bird.
Well, somebody zoomed all the way in on that shit behind you, Paul. Look at your TV. Turn around.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it looks pretty close. All right, I'm at work,
Okay.
gents. I'm gonna take off. Have a great day, everyone.
Okay, enjoy.
See you
Later,
Hey,
sir.
Jason, you too, mate.
See you later, man.
Thanks
All right,
for
guys, see ya.
stopping by. We'll see you next time, Jason. You're always welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Later. He'll be on this evening.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Justin,
I gotta
boy,
go to the post office to that thing.
Xbox is calling me, man.
You just thinking about getting it now?
Well, I'm already thinking about getting it. I was really just waiting to see what they're gonna do with the bill, but I'm kind of like, if they ain't gonna matter the bill, I still might go get it.
Why not?
Hey, I got something to show you guys. Let me see if I've still got it.
Oh my God.
We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. No. No. Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Don't show Joe that sandwich. He gonna want it.
We're talking about Tim again.
Here we go. A screen share.
Sandwich is that? Oh, that's Cool Cat.
Oh yeah.
That's Cool Cat's last meal because if he eats that thing, he's through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's,
Go for it. Buy it live on camera.
No.
Oh, God, not again.
Spectra Air.
It's
Yeah.
a Spectra Air, but it's exactly
It's an identical Air
the same
3.
as the Air 3.
Air 3.
The
And
Air
look at
3
the
or
price.
Yeah.
yeah, same price.
Okay.
Now,
This
Best
is
Buy
The
cool.
got
company has a license agreement with DJI.
It's another
Could I
licensing
suggest-
agreement.
Could I suggest something? That if you do want to ask our advice on this, let us do it properly. You know, let us have a look at it properly and that sort of thing.
Well, the thing of it is there's somebody just did a YouTube unboxing of this. It was sent to
Yeah.
him. I'd like to hear another review.
Oh, they did that months ago. There was a bunch
Yeah,
of videos.
I've seen two of them actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bill the
that
drone
was- that's-
reviewer's got one.
I saw Bill the drone reviewer. I saw Jack from Half Chrome.
Yeah.
And
Chrome.
I think Geeks Varna talked about it as well. Don't know if he actually unboxed it.
It is
I don't watch
basically
Geeks
an Air
Varna.
3, but built in Malaysia.
Yeah.
The drone reviewer. Every
Oh,
drone
yeah, that's
he
the one.
opens is the best drone.
What, Spidey?
You've got a good
Oh.
amount of experience in the chat and in the panel, so you might as well utilize that. And
You messing with me, Mama?
Well,
we don't mind helping you out.
I don't think
Yeah, I say
anybody's
we.
got like a new drone lately, but the new Avata I got in said made in Malaysia on the back.
Yeah, well, this Spectra right here, every
Yeah.
place where every place where the Air 3 has DJI on it, it says Spectra.
Yeah, because they have a licensing deal with them.
Yeah, even on the back of the remote it says Spectra.
Except on the parts on the inside, it still say DJI.
Do they?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, it's all the same. Like I said, it's a licensing deal. So all the parts are the same. They're just coming from China, being built in Malaysia.
Well, you suppose that that's all having to do with the FAA screwing around over here?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's not going
They
to change
really did
anything
that,
because there's a
that's
money
it.
trail going to DJI.
Can you pop the
So
link in the
that's covered.
Zoom? In the Zoom, the Zoom chat, whatever that is. You know, like the little message thing.
Private Zoom chat, I think you call it.
Yeah.
That's
Then we
not
can have a
going to
look at
change.
it.
That's not going to change anything though, because that's in the bill. Any money trail that goes back to DJI is part of that bill.
Yeah.
So if they're paying licensing to DJI, that's money going to DJI. That's not going to make any difference. Trust me, they've thought of that. Go read through that bill. It says in there that they can't have any money trail going back to China.
He's right.
That's the first
I
bill.
remember
The second bill's changed a little bit.
Yeah, they wanted it rewritten, and I don't know whether we've seen the
Yeah,
rewrite.
they didn't like the way they didn't like the way it was written. They said it was very poorly written, so they made them rewrite it. It's a good chance that this bill is not gonna fall on us, man, because one, they pulled a rush job, two, they didn't do it right, and three, now you got a whole bunch of, how do you say, search and rescue official, city official type
Yeah,
workers
you've got
that
all the people.
making a hype and noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last night on Drone Nation, they had that guy Larry Cat or whatever his name is. It comes on
Laterette.
whatever Laterette or
Laterette.
some kind of ret.
Ryan
Something
Laterette.
I watched
They just
about
say
the
that
first
guy.
45 minutes.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
saying that he hasn't
based
seen
in
the
Michigan.
final. Yeah, he said he hasn't seen the final draft of the thing. He said,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's probably going to go through. He said, but the way he knows it's written, and they know they haven't changed it, is that everything that's here right now that's licensed under FCC contract is still going to be good, but nothing future. So in other words, if they get the Air 4 in and the Mavic 4 in, they'll be grandfathered in basically. And if they wait 3 years before they find a way to get back here, they could still sell them because they're grandfathered in. So they're not getting rid of the drones. That's what doesn't make sense. You see, they're saying, oh, it's because of national security. But if you have them and they've got a license for them, they're gonna let you keep them, and you'll be able to buy them. But it's a national security thing. Bullshit. Like the little boy. Bullshit.
That's security, but
Bullshit.
that's bullshit.
I love that kid.
Say it right,
Bullshit.
Joe.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. I love it.
The time they
I
holler,
can sit here. I can sit here and drink a beer and watch that. Just I would good.
It was bogus because you got national security. It should last forever.
Yeah. Yeah, Dominic, you seen that little kid do that, right?
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I could sit here with a beer and some popcorn and just watch that video all day, and I'll be good.
And that little kid had me dying laughing.
I know it's just a bullshit.
Yeah, they had it on, what's it? Uncle Bill's on Sunday.
Well, I got my daughter mad at me because my granddaughter will say hello to everybody. Hello, how are you? And all of this, and shake your hands. How are you doing? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
And when she sees me, I shake her hand. She goes, hello. I got her going, hello. And she'll get on the phone on FaceTime and say, Papa, hello. My daughter says, I can't believe you taught her that.
It is a Tyler Perry thing.
Hey, I know. Man, I can watch Madea movies all day.
What's your temperature looking like, Joe?
Oh, shoot. We're going to be 97 at 1 o'clock. Feels like 110.
Oh, send some down here.
You could have it all.
You can have this 103 we're gonna have today. I swear I
That's
don't
kind of
want.
nice.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
we've got
looking forward. We're
seven-
on a heat advisory starting at 11 o'clock this morning.
Hi, Laura.
So I don't think they'll be flying drones again.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to bed in about 10 minutes. I just wanted to get on and tell everybody.
Little llama, hey lady.
What did I miss, Dominic? You said tell everybody. Oh, the new computer?
Oh, the computer.
Yeah.
He's talking computer.
I'm sure it's not the
Wanted to
first
get on
time
and gloat.
women have been haranguing Dominic to go to bed.
And then three.
Oh,
then
each.
three laptop.
You're not
Get used
gloating.
to it, right?
Hey, you deserve it.
Yeah.
You got to chase them girls down, and they cut your percentage down to 10%. You know, I understand.
He got a new computer. You ain't got to chase him.
Oh, when he's got Apple AirTags up all their asses.
He knows right where they're at.
Well, 77 degrees here and 73% humidity.
That sounds nice, actually. I'd love one of those.
So here's the
But
thing.
it'll get to a point where I'm the one whinging about the heat and you're all
Yeah.
cold. So it's a cyclical thing.
Rotation.
But
Yeah, it's
that's
not
fine.
cold until it starts getting below zero.
Below zero.
Mario.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up, Laura? What's everybody up to today? What's up, Captain Joe? What you know?
Hello. I know
Trying
I'm
to figure
sweating a little while.
before it starts cooking outside.
Oh, what you cooking?
Outside.
Well, what you well, like what do you cooking? Oh, I thought you meant like on the like you were cooking like on the grill or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
the whole planet surface is gonna be the grill. We cooking humans today. 103 degrees.
Woo, 103. Holy cannoli.
If you take an egg outside and crack it and put it
You
on the
can literally
grill.
like put it on the damn asphalt and that shit'll be cooking.
Right.
All you need is a little piece of you get a little piece of cast iron, just sit it out there, and you got your own Blackstone.
Yep. Yeah, been there, done that.
It looks like I've seen the advertisement for those things. They look like they work pretty well.
They have one that I keep thinking about buying. I keep looking at it, and I keep saying I don't need it. I'm not going to get it right now. I'll get it eventually, but I'm not getting it right now.
Yeah,
But it will actually fit on top of my stove, and it's almost the exact same fit on top of the stove. I could take because it's an electric stove in here. I could take the burners off and just leave it on a flat surface on top, and it's an electric Blackstone. So I'd have an electric because I don't use my stove. I don't use it for anything. So I put that on there, and I could use that, plug it in, and use that. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd use that instead of when I do the eggs right now. I do it in a little portable deal. When I do everything else, it's air fryer. You know, so shoot, I can make me stir fry rice, everything on that, steaks on that.
Do you have what is a cast iron skillet?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, those things are pretty good.
Everybody in Louisiana got one.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got one too, but they're good to cook in, but they're such a pain to clean though.
They're easy to clean. You're not cleaning them right.
They're easy to clean, TJ. You just got to clean it as soon as you finish using it.
Yeah.
And you don't put soap on it.
Yeah, you spray it with or you put some olive oil or whatever and put it all in there.
You screwed it up already. You screwed it up already.
After you clean it, TJ.
Oh, here we go.
No, but like after you clean it, you put it in the oven and then like let it cook and then you put oil on it, right?
Well, when you first get it, you clean it good. Then you coat it with oil and you put it in the oven for about an hour and a half. Let it start getting dark. When it starts getting dark, you let it cool. Then you wipe it down with the oil. Then you put it back in the oven and do it again. Once you get it done and it turns black, then you take it out And when you clean it, to clean it after you cook, you don't have to put any oil in it or not. The oil is on that pan. You make sure you don't put anything in it till it's hot. It's got to be hot where you could drop a couple of drops of water and it'll start beating up and jumping like dancing.
The fuck that
And
is?
then you
That
put
sounds
your-
like a big pain in the ass.
No,
Look,
it's
I
not.
don't
It ain't
know.
worth it for a fucking
Then you,
pan.
I'm
then
waiting
you,
for
then,
him to finish because I don't do all that.
but when you finish,
I
when you
think
finish
I think
with
it might
clean
be
it,
messed up already. My cast iron. I haven't used it in a while, but
after you cook, the best way to clean it is you put about 2 tablespoons of salt, get a paper towel, and rub it around and scrapes anything that might be stuck on it off, and you barely get stuff stuck on it. And then you rinse it out, dry it off, and you put a little light coat of oil on it, leave it alone.
can't use
Don't put soap on it.
Can you use chainmail on it, can't you?
Yeah, you can. But never,
You need to
after you
feel-
season it, don't soap it,
Oh.
don't put soap on that thing.
Why
Because
a wolf?
it's not gonna
Right.
matter.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
put it back on the fire, you're killing everything on it.
Want a nice coating of 10W30. Mwah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah.
10W30. That's funny.
Don't tell TJ that.
Yeah.
Been a winning car, got the can.
It all,
Isn't it WD-30, Justin?
Oh Lord.
No,
Talking
he's
about
talking about
WD-40.
oil, engine oil.
No, I'm talking about
Talking about
10,
engine oil.
10W30.
Yeah,
You want that 30
10W30.
weight.
W30, yeah.
that's
TJ
for,
don't.
it all
Anyway.
depends on the thickness.
yeah. If you had a diesel engine,
Yeah.
you'd be putting 1030 in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Usually,
rating. It's a rating
usually
that suggests that it's going to maintain its viscosity through those temperatures.
5
That's all it
W30.
says.
pretty sure it's 5W30 is what I've got.
My old
Yeah, that's a
car, it
better
took
quality
just
oil.
5.
Yeah, and
It
it-
wasn't 2
That's
numbers.
in a diesel.
It was what, 0? My old car, it was 0.5. It didn't have any, didn't have a second number.
Oh, okay.
What the hell was it? I think it was like 0.5 is what it was.
It just depends on what sort of, and if you're in a colder climate, you've got to use a
Yeah.
lighter one.
I mean, it depends on whether you're using mineral oil or synthetic.
Yeah, synthetic as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 0W5. I think is what it was.
Yeah. As I said, it depends where you are.
Well, that's what the car like asked for.
Yeah.
It's the
That's-
viscosity of it.
Yeah, it's a viscosity rating. And the
Hmm.
numbers is the temperature to which the oil will maintain that
Or it
viscosity.
might have been 0W20. I can't remember.
That easy.
That was one of those.
I always preferred using synthetic.
Yeah,
Mm,
synthetic now, especially with the later models.
Lance,
But
okay.
certain cars these days, like they actually tell you to use specific, whether synthetic and all that,
Yeah.
like you're supposed to use specific oil for it.
Some super
prices of
high
oil
spec
and-
engines
And you're
have
not
0
supposed to go back and forth between the two. Like if it calls for synthetic, you're supposed to use synthetic. If it calls
Mm.
for
Yeah.
regular motor oil, you're supposed to use regular and not go back and forth between the two.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
you
a
can't
Hawaiian
mix, you cannot mix mineral with synthetic. No,
You can, you wouldn't do anything.
no, you can't mix it with it. You can
What are
drain
we looking at pipes for?
replace it with the other, but you can't mix them together. If you're using mineral, you top it up with mineral. You don't put
Yeah,
synthetic
yeah.
in it.
Well, whether you're
Whatever.
supposed to or not is not the point. You can do it. It won't do anything to the oil.
What are we looking at? Pipes.
Right. Yeah. I asked Mark about pipes the other day. Told him I was going to get a Chaplin pipe.
Oh yeah.
I'm now
Now we're
struggling with
looking
my.
at Zoom.
Yeah, now that
Are we?
shares Zoom.
Can you get rid of it for? Hang on. I can do it. There you go. Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Be
gone.
gone. Be gone.
Hey, Lance.
Lance,
Yeah. So that was the pipe.
I would say aloha, but I know you're saying avada.
Yeah, you've either got
Lance, what's good?
go the Sherlock Holmes route or get a Hirschhelm.
Yeah, yeah. The one I decided to get was just long enough. They call it a reading pipe, so because the burning end is further away from your eyes, you know, in your mouth and whatnot. So I kind of like that.
God, this picture of this burger is making me hungry.
That's
Good,
that's his last meal, because once he eats that, he's through.
Yeah, I know, right? That's like
That's what I would
that's
have.
like one of those impossible burgers.
Like one of them and a box of metformin, and maybe I'd survive.
You
That
get the
looks
defibrillator
delicious.
right next to you.
I've just put my tablets in my cassette, which involves including 2 1 milligram.
Good idea then, because you know sometimes I forget whether or not I've taken one or not. You know, I have to
Hey,
try and
Lance,
backtrack.
are you having a good time in Hawaii?
So far, so good.
Is it
Hang on.
what's the temperature? Is it hotter than Hades there in Hawaii?
It's in the 70s.
No, it's
Or the
80,
70s?
85.
Oh,
Yeah, it's real nice, nice and breezy, windy.
There's always those tidal breezes.
The Mavic
across
3
the-
handles well in the wind. I think I sent a couple of you guys my surfer
Yeah, I saw it.
video.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. Makes me miss Hawaii again.
What are you doing up, Lance?
Did
Isn't
you-
it 3
did you
3
post
a.m. there or something?
Did you post your video, Lance?
On YouTube, yes.
Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out. I didn't see it yet.
Hey, TJ, it's on the YouTube.
Hey,
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's what I figured.
Not YouTube. YouTube.
Lance, isn't it about 3:30 in the morning there?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lance is having withdrawals. He's been walking around, and all the little young girls are walking up saying aloha, and he's going Avada, Avada.
They're looking at the red
Yeah.
screen. Say that.
That's
Great.
funny.
3:30 a.m. in Hawaii. Or
Yeah.
Honolulu, wherever.
3 a.m. 3:29.
3:29, yeah.
Oh, 3:30. Sorry, 30 seconds out.
Lance, you're not in a big city. You're in a nice area, right?
Yeah.
20
Resort
20
area.
hours difference. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
heading
the
out.
same.
Dominic.
All right, Dominic.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Dominic.
just thought I'd
Take
get
it
on
easy,
and
buddy.
tell you
Aloha.
my news.
Aloha.
And I'll,
Aloha,
Yeah.
Dominic, and
Aloha.
it's good of you to listen to your
You'll
master,
have to readjust that green screen there.
because I
Yeah,
know
I
Laura told
not
you
wide
to
enough.
Laura told you to get your ass to bed, and you
Oh,
know,
I am right now.
Justin listens to Laura too.
Oh, the fuck I don't.
Yeah.
Why are we getting more of Lance's crotch in his camera than his face?
Right in the,
I'm glad he's got pants on.
right in the middle.
There you go. That's better.
Hawaii is 9 hours behind us, and Australia's 9 hours in front of us.
Laughing at TJ.
That's a Hawaiian clapping.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
It wouldn't be. It's not a true Hawaiian. You don't have any grass skirt on it.
Gotta have a flower necklace on.
Gotta have a leg.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's one thing, boy. When they put the legs around your neck, they smell good. Boy, they smell good.
What?
I've never.
The Hawaii, the flower they put around you, it's called a
I've
lake.
always joined it when they put that lay around my
Oh, yeah, Justin, I caught that too. I was like, huh?
neck.
Around your neck?
Put the legs
It's
around
called
your
the
neck.
lake. Yeah, it smells real good too.
like flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a lay off the airplane, Lance?
Did I get, no, they did not do that.
Okay.
They're cheap now.
Yeah.
They used
It
to also
used to
give
be.
you, I don't know what the
Welcome to
drink was,
Hawaii
but
and
they
all
would
that
give
stuff,
you
yeah.
like a punch
A
within
punch.
about a half an hour away
Yeah.
from Hawaii, but they don't do that anymore either.
Oh man,
Is that
I'm not
not
Mai
going
losing
back
the
now.
coaching.
Something like a Mai Tai.
Oh yeah, I'm not in first class. I'm a teacher, JJ.
Oh yeah, that's
Huh?
right.
He's
I ain't hear
just
you.
a first
I
class
didn't say
teacher.
nothing. Oh.
They need to get back to doing that sort of thing. You know?
And that was
It's like
nice. I
someone
remember
sucking the
when we
fun out of
landed
life.
that I got one.
Damn, makes me want to reach inside and grab that daggone burger. That thing looks delicious.
They took care of this.
Why are you eating a burger at 3 a.m?
Why not?
That's not me.
Oh. Who's eating the burger then?
You know, it's my
Oh,
picture.
no,
Lance was-
it's Michael's picture that he's got here.
All right.
That thing looks
Personally, I
like
wouldn't have put onion rings in it.
eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I saw a nice picture of a burger yesterday.
Are you serious?
Mm.
This
Mm.
Where you headed off to, Jonathan?
So
I'm gonna pick up my boy Mike, and we're gonna try to get some airtime in before there's 103 degrees.
Oh, there you go.
And Donnie, I went. We was gonna go catch a train yesterday, but it decided it wanted to rain.
So I take it it's morning and it's cooler at the moment, is it?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah, we're looking at about 78 right now.
Got you.
Damn, look at this thing.
that's a pizza burger. It's a burger
I don't know how I
between.
feel about that.
This is some definite
Oh,
food
wow.
porn right here.
It's called a food porn.
Yeah, food
Yeah.
porn. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you flip that top bun around,
Pizza
maybe
burger.
because
Yeah, pizza
you get
burger.
cheese all over the top of your fingers, you know,
Yeah.
because the bun is a vehicle, isn't it? As well as it containing the
Yeah, what the
everything
hell?
together.
Where do you
always
get that from? That looks good. I can't even
Yeah,
It
frame
doesn't
that.
right.
good though.
Yeah, it was on Facebook.
If you have to eat a hamburger
Oh,
with
it
a
looks
knife and
excellent.
fork, it is no longer a hamburger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the purpose of a hamburger is that you can grab it and eat it on the go.
Right, yeah. So that does kind of defeat the purpose. But I will say, damn, that looks very
That
cool.
looks good. Yeah,
My
I
God.
definitely
I'd wrestle
eat
with
that.
it.
I want to go wherever that's at and go order one and eat it.
Where they make those at?
I don't know. It was on Facebook.
What you have to do is
Wow.
search around your area and find out.
Mm.
Where do they make pizza burgers? Where can you get a good pizza burger?
Yeah, you got it. Where can you get a good pizza burger? And then you put near me.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, if they told you Italy, you know, you don't care. You know.
Oh yeah. Like I'm getting on a plane just so I can go eat one.
There's a little known shop in the subways of
Save it.
Japan.
Yeah. Did I save it?
All right. Not everyone talk at once now. Hello.
I'm busy trying to see if I can find where this burger was.
Better be in Florida.
Oh, I doubt it.
Yeah. What you up to today, Don?
Da-da.
I'll have some video in a little bit, but
What?
Sorry. Jesus.
I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't see what triggered him either.
I was doing
Have you got a mute?
I was doing the Jaws theme, and I was moving my camera closer. I was going da da
Oh.
da da da.
Looks like the blowhole on Kauai.
That was funny.
Oh my god. Oh, TJ.
That is the blowhole on the island of Kauai. Legend says that there is a dragon or something underneath there, and you hear it. It like goes right before it does it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
With that mustache and that laugh, it sounds more like a porn film every day.
Oh my god, he's not breathing. He's still not breathing after 30 seconds. This is not good.
How's that one, TJ?
There you go.
Is it?
He's still not breathing.
I can see that. He's passed out. He's on the floor.
He's about to pass out.
Oh God.
God, I hope his wife ain't still sleeping.
That was funny. That was pretty good.
How's that sandwich there, TJ?
Actually, looks pretty good. What is that, brisket?
Yeah, that's Rally's brisket burger.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, that sucker. I went and got one the other day. It was pretty good.
Brisket burger's good.
Oh, is it good? It's got the hamburger, the cheese, and the brisket all between it, and all the stuff on top. Yeah, the regular one has about half that brisket on it. Actually, it's about a third that brisket on it.
Oh,
like
yeah,
$3.
he has like chopped brisket on it.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's the picture right there.
Okay. I don't see it.
You don't see it?
That's funny.
Hold on, I'll put it up there again.
Oh yeah, that's a sandwich. Ain't burger. It's not a brioche.
That's funny.
Yeah, but the area right there, about a third of that is on the regular sandwich. When you buy the Boss, is this one? It costs you a couple of dollars more. It's like $5. And it was,
that does look good. When I hear brisket burger, I think of
funny.
Every once in a while, Walmart will have brisket burgers that are hamburgers that are formed out of brisket, out of brisket meat.
Yeah.
And
funny.
brisket has that beefier flavor, and so your hamburgers you get made with brisket, I think they have put a fat in it or something, but they just taste really, really good as far as just regular hamburgers.
Okay, y'all just having a conversation over TJ over here losing his shit.
Well,
Yeah,
at a certain point, you have to just kind of walk it out. TJ, in answer to your question earlier, before you set off, what I'm doing right now is I am dehydrating a bunch of spring onions.
Spring onions.
Green
nice.
onions for you.
The green onions. Okay.
When my wife buys, she'll buy green onions every once in a while, and then early in the year, when she buys them, I'll say, hey, give me those bottoms, the ends of them, and I'll go ahead and plant them. And so we have green onions for the rest of the year.
Oh,
So-
that's cool. That's a good idea, actually.
And then the other day, she comes home from the store with a bunch of green onions. It's like, what are you doing? And these that what I just showed you, those were all out in the garden, ready to cut and use. But she
So
bought some new ones.
when you cut the bottoms
there it
off,
is.
you put them in with the obviously the roots like going into the soil or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they just
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
you
good-
cut the bottom part of the bulb off, just the white,
yeah.
cut a little bit off of that, and then put it in, and they'll grow. And
Huh.
like I said,
Uh-huh.
that's a small one out of my garden.
That's a good idea. Whose
Well, I
video
don't
is this
see-
now?
I don't see paying for green onions every time we want to cook something that takes green onions when I can stick them in the ground and
White.
grow them.
Oh, I miss Hawaii.
Is this
So anyway-
Lance's drone video?
Since she purchased some, I have a bunch of green onions that I don't know what to do with, so I'm dehydrating them. And I'll just use them throughout the year, throw them in soup and stuff.
Right, you turn it around. Though.
Well, I think there was an ostrich. Do you see that? There was an ostrich running from the right to left.
What the hell is that running?
I think it was an ostrich. I'm not 100% sure.
From
Doesn't look like
Michael,
one.
it was a chicken.
Chicken?
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Back in 1992, there was a hurricane. You want to know the story?
That's funny.
Back in 1992, there was a hurricane, and the hurricane basically went through the island and basically
That's funny.
destroyed all the fences for where the chickens were cooped up on the island, and they all ran
Ah.
through. And then, of course, they were kind of like rabbits, if you know what I mean. And now there's
Yeah.
chickens everywhere. I mean,
Oh,
everywhere.
this was a golf course over that you were flying at, Lance, in Hawaii.
Beautiful, isn't it?
That's pretty nice.
Can you run it again, please?
Sure. And the chicken will be right over here.
Yeah. It was the bottom of the. It goes from the center bottom of the screen off to the left horizontally. So it was just caught out in the middle of the golf course, and I
It'll be
think
right
it
here.
just
I'll try to
heard the.
pause it when I see it.
heard the
I don't think
drone.
that was a chicken. I think that was a mini hui.
You think it was bigger? I thought it was an ostrich. Maybe I was
Hey, Lance,
overestimating
you sure
the
that wasn't a
height.
mini hui?
Yeah.
The dog tried to take you out. What do you mean, your dog?
Why?
There it is. There, see it? It's going to start going in a minute. There you go.
Yeah, that's a mini hui.
It's a chicken. It's a chicken.
What's a mini hui?
Mini hui is the little people that would come in and out at night and take your stuff. It's the little legend of the mini
Oh, I
hui.
see. Okay.
It's a capon.
Like
The
a,
mini hui.
yeah, it's a chicken. It just kind of. I thought it was an
It's a cape.
ostrich.
A
Yeah, you wake
capon.
up in the morning and something be missing. It means a mini hui came in and took it or moved it.
There's another one there. Look, see? Can you see it? Next to the green.
A mini
There it
hui.
is. Oh no, it's not because it flew. Chickens aren't great flyers, are
It's
they?
the mythical race of dwarf people of
cool.
Hawaiian tradition.
People say that if you threw a chicken out of a hot air balloon, it would
Oh, I
fly.
hate
I
looking
don't
at
think it would have a
damn
fucking good go.
Getting crazy.
Don't you reckon? I reckon it would
So a
try.
chicken have a hot air balloon, they'll do what?
Yeah, apparently it wouldn't survive if it, because it wouldn't fly. But I think it would. I think it would.
I've
to
seen
some
chickens
extent
jump
glide.
off barns, off the top of barns before.
Right.
They can flutter down. They can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't
Flutter,
fly,
yeah.
they'll flutter.
Yeah, well, I mean, a flying squirrel doesn't fly. It does kind of slow its
Parachute.
descent. to
That
some
was
degree.
cats with 9 lives, Michael, not chickens.
Oh, I thought it was a squirrel. That's what I told the RSPCA anyway. They didn't buy it either, obviously.
You can see Michael get arrested for throwing chickens out of hot air balloons.
Yeah.
My
you
point is,
see
I think
the-
it would have a good go at flying.
Did you see the guy that some TikTok guy wanted to skydive out of a hot air balloon? Didn't tell the pilot or anything. He just waited till they were up in the air and stripped
Oh,
everything down.
Jesus.
and
I
the
didn't
guy
see that.
grabbed him
I
and wouldn't let
didn't.
him jump. And they were basically in a fight in the hot air balloon. The guy is like, "No, I'm a pilot here.
Good.
You're not going to do this."
Mm.
And landed. And of course, the social media influencer is just like, "I'm rated and I can jump and it's safe and I know what I'm doing." And
Right. Suddenly the experts come out fucking everywhere, don't they?
Did he do it
well, he
anyway?
wasn't wanting to jump. No, the hot air balloon pilot grabbed him, wouldn't let go of him, and he landed the balloon.
Oh.
Well, he got him down to a low enough altitude where the guy wouldn't be able to safely jump, and then he went ahead and landed the balloon.
Was the skydiver, was he all ready to go? He had his like parachute and everything on?
Yeah, underneath his jacket and everything, he has parachute on, and
Yeah.
Wow.
he's one of those base jumpers. And
But it's the same kind of thing.
No, when you jump out, you're going to change the ballast in the balloon, and you could put everyone in the balloon at risk.
Oh yeah.
By jumping.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah, it could be done if it was planned that way and everything.
Exactly.
They knew
If it's
exactly what
planned,
was
you
done.
can plan to do whatever you like. And certainly if your life's on the line, you've got a dog in the fight, you know, that your life is on the line if you fuck up or something. That's fair enough. You can justify most things. But it's the unplanned nature of this guy imposing upon the pilot of the balloon and anyone else in the balloon.
Risking everyone else's life on the balloon.
Yeah, which is a huge imposition, and you know, it's a pain in the ass when people do that. Dangerous.
That's crazy. Don't sometimes like in hot air balloons, like they have there's the basket, but then don't they have a swinging door sometimes in the door, like a swinging basket sometimes, or like the door just like opens like a car door.
On the side of the basket, yeah. Yeah, you can get.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine someone
on a basket?
deciding to do that in a glider? So imagine someone decides to do that in a glider, right? So the pilot of the glider would go up, and of course he would have taken into consideration the CG of the glider and all this sort of thing. And the learner guy goes in the front. So you imagine that the guy thinks, what I'll do is I'll jump out of the glider, right, at so-and-so at a few thousand feet, and it's all good. Now, of course, as some people may know with fixed wing stuff, a glider with a little bit too much weight up front flies badly-ish, but you can get it down. But a glider that flies with the CG behind where it should do flies once, and that's it. It would, you know, it's like a sycamore leaf, and everything would have gone to shit had that have happened. I'm just saying, you know, that's the sort of thing that happens when people take it upon themselves to start making management decisions, you know, in certain situations like that. And as Don said, the weight of the balloon is crucial, and it's critical to how it flies. And everything goes out of whack if you suddenly lose God knows how many pounds of ballast immediately.
Put a link into the webpage with the burger in. It was actually a homemade one.
Ah, very cool.
Now it's got me wanting a hamburger. What happened to TJ? Passed out?
I think he got a phone call.
Okay.
All of them into work.
Little llama in the chat. Hey, little llama. David, don't get mad at me, right? Little llama, I don't know if anybody told you, but you looked real good in that red dress the other day. I just want to give you that compliment. It's just a compliment. Don't nobody take nothing the wrong way.
Don't encourage her.
Hey, she did though. She looked good in that red dress. I ain't even gonna flex.
Joe says, "Don't encourage her."
I heard him.
She's gonna come back and say, "Shut up, Joe." Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
She ain't said it yet. I can't see the chat.
No, she hasn't said it yet.
Yeah. I'm waiting to hear that. Shut up, Joe. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Did the paramedics show up for TJ yet?
I don't
What
know.
happened to TJ?
I don't hear any siren.
I told you how to see the chat yesterday, Jonathan. Have you forgotten already?
Say again?
I said I told you how to see the chat yesterday. Have you forgotten already?
I guess I did. A lot of times I might be listening and not looking, or I might be looking and not listening.
Well, sometimes you're looking and not listening together, not looking and not listening.
Slide the screen so that you can see all of your windows that are open and switch to the YouTube window.
Hey, Justin, you got to take your son to camp today or tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
All right. So it must be kind of quiet around there.
Oh, it was real quiet last night.
All right, yourself?
Yeah, I'll be all right when I take this car to the shop and get fixed.
What's wrong with it?
Transmission.
Oh, you definitely want to fix that. You know it's gonna be 103 today, so you don't want to be riding around with your transmission tore up.
Yeah, they had it for 2 months, and they've been. I went there yesterday, and it gonna cost.
Definitely.
But you know, I hope I'll show you what it's doing. But you know, that probably happened in an accident. But,
Well, I'm not a mechanic, man. I can't fix it for you. You show me, I wouldn't know what I'm looking at.
yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh. I've been taking on up. If it make it, I've been driving around like that for a while.
You only had it for 2 months?
The car?
Yeah.
The car for 8 years.
Oh, man, come on, man. It's 2024. Go on, turn that thing and get you a new one.
No, it paid for it.
Car auction.
Hey, I'm gonna keep this car.
You go to car auction, you won't have no car note.
Well, I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah. That's the best way to buy a vehicle these days. Look, you been and got a vehicle that some drug dealer done had and put $30,000 in it. They been and gave it to you for about $8,000 with no car payment.
Yeah, but it's pretty close to the auctions every once in a while. Yeah, you always got to search around. You know, you can't stop at one place.
Yeah, Atlanta.
I know that's where it is.
That's where it's at.
I got a brother staying in Atlanta, and that's where he tell me to come get him. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. I ain't getting.
You gonna keep it?
I mean, yeah.
Everybody just got quiet and started listening to the
It
conversation.
is nice though. I'm not gonna lie.
Just go down to QB, you get some really nice cars there, cheap.
So, Paul, why were you looking at that Spectra?
Well, I just thought it was interesting because it was like half price of a DJI, but it says it has all the features and everything. It just doesn't say DJI on it.
Yeah, that was
So-
that was kind of old news. That was a drone that came up like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's not half price though; it's the same price.
Yeah, it's only a couple $100 off. It's not that much off. Because you can get the same thing, DJI Air 3, with the same package for $1,300 right now.
Yeah, because that was a big talking point about what 3, 4 months back. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
All
you
the
got to look
drone
at it this
channels
way.
were
Don't.
talking about it.
It's a great drone, but then it's going to have a controller that you don't like.
Well, it's got this. Yeah, it's got that same controller that I don't like.
Yeah, it's got the controller, that's the R2 controller for the R. I think it's the R2 with that. Might be the R1.
Yeah, no, it's the RC2.
It has the
It's
antennas.
It's OcuSync 4, yeah. Got the antennas.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll have the same thing, 700 nits, so you won't like it.
You
Well, I
suppose
mean,
that they manufacture stuff with less brightness, less nits, because they want to extend the battery on it, or what?
Couldn't tell you.
Yes, partly. Probably
I would imagine
probably
the higher the brightness, the more battery it's going to suck, right?
Yeah, more expensive the screen will cost. So it means they can make it cheaper as well as the battery lasting longer.
Oh, the Senate passed a $1.2 trillion spending bill Saturday morning as an emergency.
2 days ago, you'd have got the Air 3 with 20% off, but it went down to 10% yesterday.
Yeah. It was like 1,100 or something like that. Same
Just
price.
get 1%. I just want 1% of that. 1.2 trillion. Just give me 1%.
Just one.
Even Grady.
But August 1st, they're coming out with either the Mavic 4 or the Air 4 or the Air 3S. Something's coming out August 1st.
On August, you said?
I think
August
1% is 120 million.
Yeah, that's the rumors going around. It's gonna be like August 1st.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
dropping
That's all I
a new
need to know right there.
So that's 5 weeks.
August 1st is on a Thursday, which it sounds right. They usually
Yeah,
drop
five-
on a Thursday or Friday. Mm-hmm.
5 weeks. 5 weeks Thursday, I think.
Yep.
Hello?
And everybody's saying it. They think it's gonna be a Air 4, but they say it could be a 3S.
Hello? It's
Meaning
going
a
to be
bigger
an Air
sensor.
something.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Well,
going to be an upgrade from the Air 3. This is one time that, okay, a lot of times I know it's a lot of people that look to trade their drones in, swap them out, and I've never been with that, but this is one time I think I would actually do it. I would swap out the Air 3 for the Air 3S or the Air 4, whichever one it may be.
Yeah. But you see that last that picture that came out what Igor put out. It showed the 3 Mavic 3 batteries and then another battery with it.
The long battery, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that means it's going to be a Maverick 4.
Well, if you look at them, if you look at them 3 batteries, right? You notice they're not even Air 3 batteries. And then they show the 4th one, which is longer. Yeah, those are Mavic. Yeah, those are Mavic batteries.
Yeah, that's why they're thinking that it might be a Mavic 4 battery. They're making it a little longer now.
And just to be
Mavic 3 batteries, the Mavic 3 batteries are a beast.
Just to be perfectly British, Joe, it's pronounced Igor, not Igor.
Well, it depends on where it's at.
Well, not really. It's like an Eastern European name, and it's definitely pronounced Igor.
My son tapped me at 4 o'clock this morning and said, "Don't get freaked out, but I'm taking the day off." That means if I woke up and saw he was still here. He's supposed to go to work for 6. And I got to find out why he took that day off. I have a feeling.
Has he not woke up yet?
No, he's not getting up right now. And my deadbeat daughter, the one that quit her job to go to this other job that they can't find a place to put her right now. Now she's not working. She did an interview yesterday for St. Tammany Hospital, and it's back to 3 days a week at night. So I'm hoping she gets that job. It's working at the ER. And I told her, I said, it's going to be funny if you have to go back, because now you're losing $5 an hour of what you were making.
Yeah, that's definitely not the way to do it.
Well, they don't think. And the problem is her mama doesn't think.
Same way.
It's all impulsive.
Mm.
It's all impulsive. The only time I could ever remember in my lifetime that I did something like that was when I was a manager at Baby and Me. I had enough of the owner, and we were getting ready to do an inventory. And the day before the inventory, he came in there and completely reamed me because I let one of the employees leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and he shows up. I went to lunch, let him leave, came back because we were open till 6. I used to go to lunch around 3, let everybody else go first, run home, eat, and come back. So I ran 8 and came back. As soon as I walked in the door, I saw his briefcase. He comes out from behind the counter in my face. Why did you let him go home? And I said, let's not go outside and talk about it. Screaming at him with customers all in the store. And
Oh,
I
wow.
looked at him and I said, let's go stand outside and talk about this. And I said, he has a kid that is sick and they have to take the trip up to St. Jude Hospital with the kid. They wanted to leave early. That's why I let him go. Because they had an appointment the next day at St. Jude Hospital to get him up there Sunday to check in. And they wanted to leave early. So I let him go home. We don't need him for 3 hours. And he said, well, who gave you that authority? When he did that, I reached in my pocket, got the business card out. It said manager. And I said, you gave me these cards. Just like that. You made me the manager. You gave me the authority. I quit.
Right.
I turned around and walked away. I walked home. My wife said, why are you back? I said, I quit. She just looked at me because we had a brand new kid. She looked at me. She goes, what? What? I said, don't worry about it. I got a job. I went Monday to the mall. They had a place that wanted me. Walked in, had a job the next day. So that was the only time I ever did one like that. I said, you could have your store back.
Sounds about right.
Yep, I quit a job. I was hired as a store manager at Mazio's, and we caught an assistant manager stealing from us. And he claimed he was just making loans to himself out of the gift cards toward is around Christmas. But he needed money for rent, so he made a loan to himself. And I caught him, and then the owner said, why don't we just cut him a break this time? And I'm like, you hired me to manage a store. I'm not going to work in a store where you're letting thieves work under me. I can't manage that. So,
Right.
See, when I was at Pizza Hut, we had that tip. We had a lot of tips come in at Pizza Hut at the counter, and they were saying, well, who gets the tips at the counter? And the drivers even asked about that. I said, well, y'all getting tips out in town, not here. We're the ones working here. So the way it's going to work is we'll get the snacks for the store, keep a total on the tips. We'll have a running log on them. I said, and then at the end of the year, we'll go ahead and take that fund every year and liquidate that fund down. We'll have a party, and whatever's left in that fund, we'll split it up between people. Like that. So we used to do that. And I mean, these people used to get $100 to $75 bonuses around Christmas time out of the tip jar. That's how much money we had in the tip. Plus, they'd have snacks and drinks all year long, plus parties. And and it got to the point where we had one guy.
why didn't the tips go to the server?
Well, it was a tip jar in the store, so it didn't go to the cashiers. It didn't, and they had like 10 people working in the store at a time.
Yeah, but if you are you talking? You had tables, right?
No.
Oh, this is a no table. This is walking. Oh, I've never heard of people tipping on a takeout on a walk in and carry out.
Yeah, we had a tip jar out there, and people drop $2 or $3 in every time they came in.
Hungry Howie's has one, and they don't serve anybody. They just work in the kitchen. I don't ever tip them because
that's why I was confused. I was like, I'm thinking tips always went to the server. You come to register and pay, you put a tip, it goes to the server.
And when I first took over, I made that agreement with everybody, and I got the managers together and said, we're responsible to make sure this money stays the way it's supposed to be. I said, because if I catch anybody pocketing any money, you're not going to be here. And I said, because everybody was getting drinks, and I couldn't tell who I'd say before you buy a drink, before you take a
pound,
drink
JD.
out of there, pay for it, put a receipt around it. Let's see it. And I was seeing people without receipts. So, and then I was short of drinks. So I said, okay, we'll fix this. We started buying a different kind of drink and putting them in the back. So I didn't have to worry about my drinks being missing and all of this. And I told him, if I catch you with and the rule after that was, if I catch you with a drink, it doesn't have a receipt that you can prove to me you paid for it, just go ahead and leave. I said, that'll get you fired. That's how easy it was. Because I had a list of people who wanted to work.
I worked at Walmart.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's it.
I was gonna say, when I was working at Walmart, we had an assistant manager stealing out of the safe. And what he was doing was he was cupping the money and putting it in his sleeve because he was one of those managers that wore a suit to work. And so he'd reach into the safe and he would slide it into his sleeve. Well, they got wise to it, so they installed a little camera inside the safe when he wasn't there, and he didn't know it was in there. And he was reaching in there, and they saw him cupping it in his thing. Yeah, he got in trouble. He ended up stealing like $5 or $6 grand, went missing. So he got a felony charge. And then in Florida, if you get caught stealing from an employer, it's like shoplifting, but it's a worse charge for being an employee.
Yeah.
Like it's actually a worser charge than actually being a regular shoplifter.
I'm guessing like petty theft or, well, depending on how
Yeah,
much
it's
you
something
steal.
about stealing from an employer. It's labeled that way, but it's theft of an employer or something like that, and it's actually a worse charge than shoplifting.
There it is.
We had a bunch of people. Dude, we had at least 1 or 2 employees a month that got in trouble for stealing. It was constant, and it was always the same fucking scams. Like you would think that they probably thought in their head they came up with some foolproof scheme, but it was one that we've seen a million times. You know, they would charge gift cards on people's, you know, they would add a $10 gift card to somebody's total or whatever, and then you know some people wouldn't notice and they'd go home and throw their receipt away and didn't notice $10 missing out of their bank account that wasn't on the bill. Some people don't pay attention, but then you get these older people, you know, an 80-year-old lady that counts every damn penny on the damn receipt. She comes back in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's $10 on my receipt. It says gift card. And the next thing you know, they go track it back to the register and who was on it at what time.
Yep.
Yeah. They used to do that shit all the time.
People
Or they
don't
would do
realize
returns. Or they would do
the trail
returns
you
for
have.
themselves. Yeah, they would do returns for themselves too. Because not all returns are tracked, right? If they go to claims, they're tracked. But if it's a return of something they can just throw back on the shelf, they don't keep track of that. They'll just take and go put it back on the shelf after they do the return. So some people will sit up there and do double returns on stuff. But, you know, they end up catching them.
Nostalgic. You feel the nostalgic.
They all think they came up with it, and then they don't realize you've seen the same schemes a million times before. So you know exactly what to look for. Just like I caught a guy stealing in the freezer one day. I walk in the freezer, and he had walked out. He had just left and went home. And I walk in there, and I find a box of electronics. It was, you know, those plugs that have like the 30 different barrel plugs on it. It's like a universal barrel plug charger.
Yeah.
And it's got like 30 different tips you can put on there. Yeah, he decided to steal 3 of those. Don't know why, what the fuck he needed them for. But yeah, I walked in there and I found a box with 3 open packages in it back behind the thing. And he figured since he walked in the freezer and he wasn't on camera, they couldn't get him. But Walmart has this rule that if you have an item in a part of the store it doesn't belong in, and then they find an open package, they're going to get you for intending to steal or something. There's actually a rule for it where they say there's no reason for you to take an electronics item into the freezer, right? So that's what they got him on.
Well, that's
And then
weird. That one that's just put a comment up that says FXWS.
Hey,
Not
TJ,
classing
did the oxygen bottle
Nargis.
help?
I think so.
I don't know who that is.
No, I know I don't, But you remember
I
that
can
one
only
that
hope.
came on that was ME?
Yeah.
The date they joined Facebook
Where you going?
is exactly the same, 12th of June,
This is over
2024.
here is where the train comes up underneath that bridge right there. I'm down this way.
Yeah, they ended up going back on the cameras and finding out
Trying to see if I can find this.
over like a 2-week period that he was just walking out on the shelf and getting whatever he wanted for lunch and walking to the back of the break room. So they got him
Michael,
on
what
that.
was it that you what was it that you was trying to do? What was it that Michael was trying to do?
Oh, please put Zoom link in the chat for me. It is. It's up pinned at the top.
Yeah. Keep reading.
Yes.
You don't think you can?
He wants to put a
bar
picture.
at the top.
He wants to get a
I don't
picture
think you can go up on that campus either.
on
Right.
Zoom, right?
Oh. Something with Windows.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
How did you end up doing it, Michael?
You can screen share it.
I don't know. I think I just got lucky. God knows. I know. I don't want to talk about it.
They could be parking anywhere back here. Like, all this is Mercer, man.
Let's see here.
I think you're right.
Is it like choose avatar?
Yeah, it doesn't show
Fine,
the
I
full.
got it. I've done it. I've
Virtual
done it.
background,
It's okay.
maybe? Yeah, but maybe I want to do it.
Well,
What is he
don't
trying-
ask
hold on,
me.
what is-
Ask someone who
what is
knows
he-
what they're doing. I haven't got a clue what happened. I
What is
think
he
a
trying to
fairy
do?
helped me out or something.
Change
how
your
the
background
computer is
picture.
in the garden right now is nothing short of a miracle, frankly.
You go to video and you go to video settings.
Thank you. Yeah,
And you go to
appreciate it. Done it.
background
Done.
and
Wait,
effects.
stop.
Got it.
Go to video where? Where's video?
No, in Zoom you go to
intro.
meetings, and under meetings it has background.
Okay, so it's changing your background.
Yeah, you can actually you go to video. So you go to video, you go to video settings, you go to background and effects.
I don't
hit the
have that
little-
I don't have video.
Don't
I
need
got-
that. If you go into meetings and background,
See, Michael, I agree with you. Everybody has
Backgrounds
different ways
give
of.
you-
They're both telling me different ways to go. I don't have a video tab, and if I go up to meetings, I don't have what you're saying, Mark, under backgrounds, under my meeting tab.
Well, if you go on your name and you hit the three like little dots, you hit virtual background.
Oh yeah, a third way to do it, and TJ's probably right because I've seen virtual background.
well, on more, yeah. If
Choose
you're doing
virtual
it across-
background.
At the bottom, yeah, backgrounds and effects.
Mhm.
So,
Try the speed limit.
so this has a virtual background, but it's like letting me blur my background. Or
Yeah, there
put
should be a
something
little
behind.
plus. There
I
should
like
be a
that.
little
Yeah,
plus.
no,
sign.
Add
real quick.
image. Okay, so I can add image, but that's gonna still have me over an image, right?
Yeah, but it
It's
there's
yes,
should be a-
and then you can also put a video behind yourself too.
be a push along menu that has
To
background
do the
files and
very
avatar.
well.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of these damn roads.
Okay, so there I am. Now how do I get rid of my video? If I
Just
stop
turn
video,
it-
does that work? No.
No, what you have to do is you have to cover your lens up
Back again and
So-
changed it back to something else.
like that.
So that's freaking stupid. Why can't when I stop video, you see that Donald Doss thing there? Why shouldn't that be a picture? Why can't I make that a picture?
Well, you can if you do a screenshot and save it as a picture.
Dude, don't get up on my ass. I'm trying to
No,
figure out
why
what the
can't
fuck this
instead
fool
of the
doing.
text Donald Doss there? Why can't that be a random picture?
Hold on a sec.
Go right. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
I
Zoom
know.
tutorial number 27.
Yeah, cool.
Does it have pause?
Was behind that thing right there.
There he is. Yeah, that's you.
There goes the train.
Okay.
Hey TJ,
Oh, yeah.
But it's going
There
that
you
way
go.
though.
That's closer to Mario.
The tracks is.
Oh wait,
yeah.
wait, hold on,
No.
hold on.
That one going through the city. Like down by your house.
Really, there they gonna split some track over there by
Or better yet, over there by the jail where they got all them tracks.
Mm-hmm.
so Michael, are you hiding your
Yeah.
camera then? Have you got your camera just aimed at the ground or something?
No, well, let me explain the setup. I've got my computer plugged into my phone using the 5G setting, right? So it's quite a short cable, so it's near to the monitor. I can't really do much with it.
So he has it just
I
sitting
guess
up
if I
at
really
some-
wanted to, I could just go ahead and put a background image on OBS and make that virtual camera.
Yes.
But there should be a way to do it in Zoom. Hey, TJ, you see my
Hey.
picture?
Hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Do
I
I look
haven't. I
like-
still haven't managed to get the Terry what's his face picture in my profile. It's just not appearing in the picture
Yeah,
settings
so
on
if
Zoom.
I take, pretty much he has his phone just sitting down. So if I take my camera on top of my screen and I just point it up at the
Yeah.
ceiling,
That's stupid.
it's
It
just-
should be a
yeah.
it should be a feature in Zoom where you can just set a picture. So TJ, do I look like I'm inbred?
You're inbred, yeah. You're inbred, yeah.
You got to spread the Donald.
Oh no, wait. No, are you just talking about like you want your just face in the bread because like your whole body's in it? Are you just talking?
I get what you're saying.
You just got a slice of
Does
bread
he
behind-
look inbred, TJ?
Lock in bread. Lock in bread.
Like inbred, like you want to do your cousin
Inbred,
inbred.
like I'm one of the Whitakers.
Like back in 1977 when you got caught fucking your cousin.
Yeah, inbred.
Hey.
Looks like inbred.
Justin, I never got caught.
Remember with Super Troopers? He was like, just like back in 1977 when you got caught fucking your cousin.
Yeah.
They had a leader down here.
So she wasn't my
Yeah,
cousin.
there's no proof of that. You can't prove that.
Man, they got a whole lot going on down here.
like the Big Bang. The Big
Well,
Bang.
no, it
Theory,
should be just a
how would-
simple setting underneath your like those three ellipses.
Right.
You should just say show image.
Right, yeah, and there isn't, and it's really awkward to use. I mean,
But
at the
you could
moment,
do a-
here's the thing: at the moment, you could say, "Hey, I'll give you £1 billion if you can put this image right on your profile." Couldn't do it.
But like
Not even
right
if we
now,
wanted to.
I'm not doing this through Zoom. I'm doing this
I've been
through
in
the
figured
video
it out.
broadcast.
All I can do is put my pictures that I've already got on my pictures file on
Right,
here.
Justin.
You know,
And that's
squirrel
the
with
thing.
And
testicles.
that's why,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
it's
You
using
shouldn't
my,
have to go through third party.
like, see how you're,
Right, yeah,
but see how
exactly. Yeah,
you're,
you should just be able to use the app.
right,
Sorry,
but see
Justin,
how
what was it?
he's going into his picture and shit and he's disappearing?
Yeah, and if you
NVIDIA
look
broadcast,
right here, you can see
right.
my.
But NVIDIA Broadcaster uses the power of your graphics card, and I don't have that problem. see?
Whoever driving this damn
I think
car,
it's.
you
I
know,
think
really
virtual
got
backgrounds are
like you
stupid
said,
anyway.
Yeah, you trying to park next to them downtown. Come on.
Pretty much, I think virtual backgrounds are stupid anyway.
But see, I don't have
Get a
that
hold of the
green
spot right
problem in
there.
between my headphones like
Yeah,
people will
get a
get
hold of the spot
with
right there.
virtual. I don't have to have that green screen.
Oh yeah,
with
you're
the
fancy,
video
but
broadcast.
At the corner of this school, they don't know.
I'm just saying it really needs to have just because
No,
sometimes
you do.
I don't want to be on camera, but if I turn off my video, I want something more interesting than just Donald Doss.
Why are you doxing yourself?
I don't know. I think it's because I used this for business at one time.
I remember that day. It's like Donald Doss. Like, hey,
How you
don't
my
say
last
my
name?
Hey
Like an ad
TJ,
on the
are
screen.
you all right?
Are you all right?
Well, no, I'm not even signed into Zoom. So how does it know this?
Because
Well-
probably
well, no,
because of
'cause when-
Paul's account, it remembers you coming in. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, to do the
Rename.
avatar,
I can rename here. Enter a new name here.
what is huddles? What is that?
Folks, forget it. I
Remember
found a
name for
decent
future
image.
meetings. That's what I didn't do.
Oh, you can, Donald. You have to be signed in. Look.
Yeah, because to do an avatar, yeah, it says sign in now.
Oh, you have to sign in?
Yeah, because I was like, I remember having a
And,
picture on
and you can
mine.
just do virtual background?
And then when I did
you have to
sign
sign
in, it was there. I was like, I know I had one at one point.
Yeah, 'cause I
Um,
remember when I had a beach background at one point. Now I guess it had expired.
All right, let me try
I
this.
forgot what my password and what my login was. I have to recreate one so I can get
Yeah.
the virtual backgrounds. Is this a scene from a movie or just some random character delivering a pizza?
I think Paul wants pizza today.
Okay, you go to profile once you're in the settings.
Hey guys, I'm gonna roll. We'll see ya.
All right, Lance,
Sign
have
in, go
fun.
to profile.
Have fun. When you coming back?
The 2nd of July.
Oh, wow.
He's there for a pretty good minute.
Yeah.
Have a great time, Lance. Be safe.
When you
Enjoy
go to
yourself, buddy.
profile, Donald, you click on your actual
traveling to
avatar
other
picture.
islands, or are you just staying there the whole time?
Edit
Just
profile
staying, just
picture.
staying in Kauai.
Yeah.
Staying in Kauai. Okay.
Save. So now if I kill my video.
Thanks for coming in. Join us again.
Okay.
Oh, and do it one more time.
Hold on.
About
Let me change my picture here.
And
I go to
Dusty.
desktop.
I was like, I remember having a picture of mine.
Okay.
See, Joe needs to get off that stupid Apple and start streaming on his actual PC, and he can put NVIDIA Broadcaster on there, and he won't have that crappy background going. Be nice and
It's a
smooth.
TJ. I'm a Mario.
There we go. That's good.
There you go. Perfect.
That works.
All the slows.
Okay. So that's how you do it. You have to sign
Yeah,
in.
you just gotta make sure, yeah, you're signed in.
You have to do what?
You have to make sure you're signed in.
What
to
did you
Zoom,
do?
And then go to edit profile.
And you can change your profile picture.
Sign into Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have it set up through Google, it's real easy. Every time you hit sign in, you just click sign in with Google, boom, you're automatically signed in. You don't have to put no password, nothing in. Just uses your Google account to sign in.
Okay.
That's how I do everything because it makes it so much easier signing into shit. You can just hit sign in with Google and you're done.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
TJ, you've been quiet for a few minutes. What's the matter? Not feeling well?
No, I'm fine. I'm just listening to what everybody else is talking about and thinking about how I should give some feedback or whatever.
See, if you, Joe, if you did start streaming on your PC, we can put NVIDIA Broadcaster on it and then it will clean up your whole background for you. Then you won't be like blending into it and shit.
I'm good.
Yeah, I thought previously, like I thought everybody just kind of froze. I was like, and I was the only one moving. I was like, why is everybody froze? And then my wife said that the TV froze. So
Oh, that's because everybody
See, you would think a person who is in video, who's been doing video for years, would know more about this, but I have no idea.
The problem is
streaming
the problem isn't
software,
with
though, completely different.
Yeah.
the problem isn't with the Zoom. The problem is with Windows, because Windows it won't it won't stay in the pictures thing. I would put that picture of Terrence, what's his face, onto my pictures, and then I would visit my pictures through the Zoom, and it wouldn't be there.
The background.
It wouldn't be there. You know, I could set up those two files in different places on the computer, and they would be different. One with the image and one without the image.
Jonathan needs
It's
some
fucking
kind of
insane.
stabilization on that.
Now, people have been talking about this Terrence guy. He's the, was it you, Justin, was talking about that he was being crazy on Joe Rogan?
Who?
Maybe it
He
was.
went to Joe Rogan and explained how he was a genius. The thing is, Terrence what's his face, goes, he hears people, physicists that is, he hears them talking about physics, and what he hears is physics reference, la la la, blah blah blah, physics reference, la la la, blah blah blah, physics reference, right? And now the thing is, he gets some physics words in his vocabulary, and so what he does, and it sounds the same to him, he goes la la la, physics word, la 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 la, physics word, la la la, physics word, and the people around him who only ever say yes go. He said, "Well, I'm a fucking genius," and they go, "Yes, you are, Terrence. You have seen more deeply into the realms of human reality, or physical reality than any human on the planet." And he goes, "Have I?" And they go, "Yes, you have, Terrence. You're a genius." And there you are.
Terrence Howard was the one I said I did the movies with. when I was a
Hey,
kid.
Justin.
Yeah, that's why I thought of that, because we were talking about it. Somebody mentioned that the other day about him having a
I
different
like his acting.
set of
He's
numbers
pretty
or
good
something.
acting, actually.
Yeah, he was the one that did.
Check your messenger. Dusty sent you something that he wanted you to show me.
Yeah, that I did the 2 movies with him when I was a kid, but I didn't nothing about no science crap. Though. I don't know. That's the first time I've heard about that.
I mean, it's great that they take an interest. That someone takes an interest in physics, brilliant. But you know, it's so fucked up. It really is. Jesus Christ.
Was this supposed to be TJ or something?
Which one is? Yes.
I don't think TJ ain't that muscular. And then put more of a dad bod on there, and then you got TJ.
Good morning. I'm good. Listen, can I ask you a question?
No.
I'm a drone pilot, right? So I'm gonna fly. I wanted to know if I could take some footage. Okay.
That's pretty good.
As a drone pilot, we got to make sure you're aware. Joe, USA, how you like this location, man?
You like
What the
it?
fuck are you doing?
I like it.
Oh God, he's playing with the backgrounds.
That was pretty funny.
This is the Columbus Riverwalk, people. Mario!
Show us where you are, Jonathan. Show us where you are, mate.
No.
Oh, it's
What'd you
Michael.
say, Mark?
I think this is much more accurate.
Yes.
Show us where you are, Jonathan.
Oh, I'm at the
I pinned you.
Riverwalk.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
This is beautiful right here.
That was pretty good.
All the way down.
That's pretty
Nice.
good.
That is beautiful.
Y'all
My
know it's
God, it's
better
like
as
a.
the Chattahoochee River. Yeah.
It's like
Way
glass,
down
isn't it?
yonder on the Chattahoochee.
The Chattahoochee, it's dirty. I wouldn't swim in there.
Okay.
That's an understatement.
Okay, this is weird. I told
What
you
the
guys about
world?
the
Paul, what you got going on, man?
Oink, oink, oink.
Whoa. All right, fellas, I'm gonna see y'all this evening, man. We're gonna go on and get up in the air.
All right,
John Lennon.
have a safe flight, Jonathan.
For sure, y'all be good.
That's funny.
I told you about the client, the guy, the people that are making the golf course. They have the bowling alley and they're making a golf course, and I went over and shot a little bit of drone video for them just to give them as a gift. So hopefully I'll get some production out of them once golf course is done. So I sent her
Wouldn't exactly call it a golf course.
it's a mini golf course, but okay, this is what I'm saying. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd Donald go?
I don't know.
Justin surrounded by lollipops.
Okay, how the fuck do I
That
turn
was
these
pretty
off?
good.
What the? Oh my God. There we go.
I'm gonna try and get my.
What's up, Al?
My little Zoom hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm loading. I'm loading.
what the hell are you doing to your camera?
I can't turn the damn thing off.
You go to video, go
Yeah.
to choose video filter and hit none. Click the little none box.
There is no none box on mine.
It's up at the top. You're all the way
Did we
down.
lose Jonathan? Sorry,
After
did we lose
scrolling
Don?
all the way up.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He just dropped out.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to video and then go to video filters.
Go all the way up and then you hit none.
Video. On, off.
No. Hit the little arrow next to video. And then go to video filters. Choose video filters.
Video setting. Video filters.
And then you're gonna all the way at the top, you should see a box that says none.
Nope.
You can't scroll. It's gotta be there.
Yeah, because I see it on mine. You choose video filter, and then
It's because your problem. Yeah, because you're not all the way at the top. You got to scroll all the way to the top. It's at the very top. All the way to
Okay, I
the
found
left-hand
it.
side.
None.
I found it. Yeah.
So is there any,
Damn, it's already 100 degrees here. Fuck, man.
is there any reason why when I go to my pictures, the image that I put in there isn't there anymore?
That's funny.
What probably happened? Did you sign in a minute ago?
Yeah. It's nothing to do with Zoom. It's to do with Windows.
You're talking about something that's downloaded on your computer?
No, listen. So you know the pictures files in my computer, right?
Right.
There's pictures on my computer in a
Uh-huh.
pictures file.
Right.
Hang on a minute.
I can't see what you're doing, so I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we'll talk about it another time. We'll talk about it another time. Don't worry about it. I can't even hear what's going on.
If you go to downloads, make sure you go to all files, and they might come up then. You might have it set to a particular type
Breathe, TJ, breathe.
of format, and it's only looking for files in that format.
Oh,
So look
okay.
down
Oh,
at the
that's
bottom. If it
possible.
says JPEG or something, change it to all files.
Right. Okay, no, that's cool. That might be a good reason why it's not going.
Oh, let me see if I can look at something real quick.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
Because it says WEBP file.
Yeah, go to all files. Put all files on. It should, if you click the little arrow down there, it should have a selection for
So
all
if
files.
I go to properties,
Joe's gone back in the time machine.
oh, I see. What you mean is go to the. Yeah, so when I go to the Zoom thing and I call up, say I go to put my picture into my profile, I'll click on that little doodah and it'll say change your profile picture.
Right.
And then when I do that, it'll ask where I'm getting the picture from, and I go to the same file, but this time the file that I want is not there.
Okay, so hold on,
Even
let
though I
me-
know that it totally is, it's not showing me that it's there.
All right, hold on a sec.
But my headphones are not.
Okay, so let me show you. Let me see if it will share this screen. So you see right here?
Yeah.
Okay, when that box comes up down here, you should have a selection. You probably are on the wrong format, and it's only pulling up stuff for that. So try all files if it's there.
Okay.
Or try picture files, just see what your different selections are there.
I see what you mean.
And then it is possible that the picture you have is not in the correct format for Zoom.
All right, wait one sec. When you pulled that up, were you in Zoom
Yes.
or Windows? Oh, you were in Zoom. So you went to Zoom, and then then Zoom took your files from your computer and said and had a look at them.
Right,
But
yeah.
it filtered them through its expectations of what files it plays on its app.
Right, but yeah,
Right?
it gives you the selections. Yeah.
Is that what's going on? Oh, hang on a minute. My sound is fucked up again.
So
Oh, it's a great idea to make
so
my
it's-
headphones power down. Sorry, go on.
So it may be the fact that, like I said, look in that box and see if there's different selections and try clicking on all of them and see what comes up.
Mm.
If not, that picture could be in the wrong format for Zoom. So if it's
Yeah,
not in
right.
like a
Okay, yeah.
so what you can do is take that picture, go on
Yeah,
Google.
I can change. I can do all that. I know how to do all
change
that. I
it
know
to
how to.
JPEG.
Yeah, I can change them. Sometimes it takes a little while, but I've got something that will do that.
You usually
yeah,
want them
okay,
in
so it's
JPEG
about-
or a PNG, I think it is.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
want it in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a look at that then. And see
So
if I can
that
come up
might
with
be the
something else.
reason is it's not in the right format, so it's not going to pull up that selection of photos because of that.
Okay. All right.
Because the thing is, if you're downloading that shit from Google Images, people put them in all kinds of crazy formats, and you have to go in and
Sure.
change
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, that's all right. So I'm gonna try that.
So that's the reason why you're not seeing them. So if they don't come up with those different selections down there, then you just need to switch the format on the photo. I would just change it to
Okay.
JPEG because that's the most common one.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's almost not a single program out there that's not compatible with JPEG.
Yeah, they're all JPEG anyway. So I suspect what's going on here is the file that I got isn't in a JPEG. I've actually put that file on the. You can see it actually. It's in the chat, in the Zoom chat.
Okay, hold on.
These headphones are genius. If these headphones I've got don't hear any sound for like 4 seconds, it shuts them down. How genius is that? I'd love to meet the guy who came up with that idea. And after I'd finished punching him in the face, I'd ask him, I'd say, why did you think that was a good idea? And he said, well, I
Okay.
didn't, but there wasn't anything to design that week, and I wanted to impress John because I needed to keep my job. And I'd say, I thought so. I thought that's what it was.
Oh, when you
Probably
save them,
reasons.
instead of saving them in a WMBP file, save them in all files.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed some of that due to the headphone
Okay.
shutting down procedure introduced
Okay.
by
Can you hear me
Dave,
now?
the headphone design man.
Can you hear me now?
In 2000 and something.
Can you hear me now?
Well done, Dave.
Now, can you hear me now? How about now?
Can you hear me now?
That's fucking genius, Dave.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Now? How about now?
All right,
Yeah.
Michael, can you hear me now?
Testing.
Yes, I can.
One,
hear you
two.
now, yeah.
Okay.
So what you got to do is you got to keep talking and never have a gap ever. If you stop talking for more than 4 seconds, that's it. Fuck it. I've lost.
Okay. You see right here, right?
Ah, you nearly did it. You nearly did it. That was like a 2-second gap.
Testing.
Testing,
Okay, so right here-
Testing.
Testing, 1, 2.
There you go. That's
Well
better.
done.
Keep going. Don't stop. That's the problem.
Well, I can't because everybody keeps talking. All right. So
That's
when
all right.
you
That's
save-
they need to keep talking.
When you save the
Can you hear me? Can you
file,
hear us now?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just all take a moment to thank Dave. Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
Thanks,
Dave, the head designer. Yay! Oh, hang on, I've lost you all. Shit, there was two. You see, there's a gap.
all right.
You can't do this. Hang on.
I tried.
I'm gonna use my other headphone things.
There must be settings in headphones so that you can turn that off.
Y'all figure it out.
I would sort the headphone problem out, but I'm a little bit far away from the bin at the moment. I'll chuck them in a bit later on. Another go.
Because I know exactly what his problem was.
Well, tell him.
I was trying to tell him.
Man, we'll listen.
Instead of saving it to a WMBP file, he needs to save it to all files. You can choose that at the bottom when you go to save the picture.
Save it. R.star. Yay.
Save it to all files.
I bet Justin's just too young to refer to it as star.star.
So when you go here, you go to save image as, this will pop up. And instead of
Yeah.
saving it as a WMPB file, you're going to save it as
Yeah.
all files.
All files. Okay.
That's your problem, is you were saving it under the wrong thing.
Got you.
And then
Thank
it
you.
should come up if you save it under all files.
Right. Let me try that out. I'm going to try that out live. Live on the Zoom.
See if that works.
Let's have a sniff. So I first go to pictures in here. So on my computer, there it is. It's just there. Terence Howard.
So, Joe, how did the tiptoe through the tulips go?
This is my favorite one right here. I like this one.
Yeah, the pirate one.
Yeah,
Our
on National Pirate Day, I'm gonna have to make sure that wear it all day.
national pirate.
How are y'all doing? How are y'all?
I want to go to that pirate thing down in Tampa Bay they do every year. They
do a
that.
pirate thing in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, it's fucking huge. They do this big pirate thing every year. And they actually have ships out on the water that do mock-up battles and stuff. Yeah. They have
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have old school ships that come out on the water with actual cannons
Where's it? Where's that at?
in Tampa Bay. They do it every year. I don't know what time. I can't remember what time of the year it is.
I can't
But-
imagine TJ not having seen that before.
Yeah, I'd have to go down there to see it.
Yeah, let
'cause
me
I
look
don't
it up
think
and see exactly what it is.
So
Hey,
what do I
my
do? Type of file. WEBP. How do I change that?
Click on it.
I think that's what happened to my drone the other day, or not? What was it?
Well,
was
what I
that?
would do is delete the photo, go
If you
back into the Zoom chat, go back to where you got it from on Google and re-download it again.
All right, I'll do that, and then I will reshare and mess around.
And then go into Zoom and try to upload it.
Got you. Okay.
I think if you click on the extension in the file name box, it will give you a list of extensions you can use.
Yeah, it didn't. I did try. I know what you mean though.
Mm.
Is that Windows 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a completely different layout than mine. So I didn't recognize that. I was like, what the hell?
Did you get 11, did you?
Yeah, I've had 11. I got 11 Pro.
Check out you, Johnny, some large testicles. Johnny Big Bollocks that you are. Well, I'm going to stay with Windows 10. In fact, my computer buddy has said, hey, look, until I know that Windows 11 is okay, I'm going to just say stick with 10.
There's nothing wrong with Windows 11. It works
Right.
fine.
He
Everybody's
said
just
that,
bitches about it because it's a different layout, but it runs just fine. There's nothing wrong with Windows 11.
From what he said, he just doesn't know. And so that's what his position is. So since he
And
doesn't
you
know-
got another year. They're only going to support Windows 10 for another year anyway. So
Okay.
it's what, into 2025, and then you'll have to.
But
upgrade to
apparently
Windows 11.
Microsoft isn't even gonna turn up with the bottom police to your address in the first year anyway. So
No,
So-
the time you have to start, the time that you really have to upgrade and you cannot like delay anymore is when they stop doing security updates. The minute they stop
Sure,
doing those,
yeah.
yeah, you do not want to keep it.
yeah.
And you know, there's still 2% of the globe still uses Windows 7 and XP without
Wow,
no
okay.
security updates or anything. Then that shit is dangerous.
It is really.
There was a guy on YouTube about a month ago who did a video and he was doing a test and he said, let's try Windows 7 in 2024 or whatever. And he gets downloads it. And within 20 minutes of him having it on the computer, there was already a bunch of Russian hackers and shit all up in his computer doing all kinds of crazy shit. Within 20 minutes of him being online with it. That's how quick it was. And the computer was already getting hacked.
So I've got
That's
a
not
link. Sorry, go on.
that's not hot and dusty. I mean, it's 74 degrees here and 73 percent humidity, but it don't feel like you can't go outside.
In my house right now, it's 89 and it feels like 99 right now. It's because I'm farther south than Dusty, so it's going to be hotter. And then it's going to get, and then TJ's probably warmer than me right now.
Yeah, I'm probably like, oh, let me see.
You're usually about 6 or 7 degrees hotter than us. Usually.
Oops.
And then up by like the Georgia border, they're usually 6 or 7 degrees.
Yeah, it says 85, but it feels like 95.
Oh, you're actually cooler than me, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Usually you guys are hotter than us.
Don said his camera kept shutting down due to the heat yesterday.
Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me.
That's what happened to me when I was trying to think it was during Memorial Day. They have a they normally have a flag out by the by where the clubhouse is, and I was trying to go over there to do a circle around it, but then my camera turned off and I freaked out and I had to drive in my car and go find my drone. It was just like hovering in the sky there. I was like, man, that was really weird.
Well, the problem with a lot of these new like action cams and cell phones is the processors and everything are getting more powerful in them, but they don't really have any active cooling systems. So they tend to overheat really easily. That was a problem the new iPhone had because they added ray tracing and everything into it. It was getting the processor was heating up so bad that they actually had to do a firmware or like a software update to it, and they actually had to downscale what the processor could do slightly because the phone couldn't handle it because it was getting too hot.
Yeah, because that's what happens with my phone sometimes. Like it'll overheat, and I'll have to hold my phone. Like when it's in my car, it'll overheat sometimes, and I have to hold my phone up to the air conditioning thing so it can cool off.
What's going on? Don's just put a comment referencing the cast iron skillets again, which was ages ago.
It's possible he might have accidentally went behind in the stream and didn't realize it. Because I think we were having that conversation before he came on the panel.
Yeah.
So
All right. It was about 3/4 of an hour ago.
Yeah, he might accidentally scroll back in the live stream and not realize he did that. But yeah, iPhones are actually worse than Androids when it comes to overheating. They're actually notorious for that. So are iPads. They'll overheat a lot worse than a Android will in the heat. That was the one thing a lot of people complained about flying with Apple on their drones, is they would always have problems with them overheating and shutting down. I had my iPhone did that 2 or 3 times to me in the middle of a flight, and I just hit the return to home button, heard it beep twice, and sat back and just hoped to God the drone came back. I couldn't see shit.
Did you ever go like find it in the sky, like actually literally go find it to see where it was at?
I mean, each time it happened, it came back. So, but yeah, I would
Marcus
try.
is always going on about his GoPro switching off when he gets too hot.
Yeah, yeah. Action cameras are just as bad. Like I said, the processors are getting better in them every year, but the problem is this: you don't really have like a cooling.
There's no cooling.
Yeah, you don't have a fan or anything. That was a problem, I think, that wasn't it the Action 4 was having, where it was getting super hot, almost to where it was almost feeling like it was burning your hand. They said it would get that hot if you were holding it.
I don't know. The
I think
Action
it was,
4 come out on it.
Or was it the Action 3? It was whatever the last Action was. I think they had, people were saying it was like really hot to the touch when you would let it sit there. Or if you were in the heat. If you were in a warm environment, it would get hot really quick.
I know the GoPro 11 kept switching off all the time.
That's why if you're doing an update on a mini drone, like one of the DJI minis, the best thing to do while you're doing the update is put a little fan in front of it and let it blow through the drone while you're doing the update, and it'll keep the processor cool.
What I always do.
Yeah, because it will act as if the drone's flying, because that's the way they designed it, to cool it while it's flying.
Mm.
I wonder if I could put like somehow like strap an ice pack onto my drone while I'm flying so it stays cool, and put an ice pack on my iPad or something.
Oh, Donald said, yeah, that's what he did. He accidentally went back in the live stream and didn't realize it. He must have realized it when he came onto the panel. He's like, what the fuck? Because he came on the panel, I think, right after that conversation.
Yeah.
Look at that. There you go. More good advice from Justin.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was the problem. By the way, just an FYI, my computer right now, despite the fucking shitty operating system, I'm very happy with it. It is a very cool thing. Possibly my favorite gadget at the moment.
I don't have a GoPro, Dusty.
So thanks again for, you know, helping me out with the selection of parts and stuff, because I didn't really know what I was doing. Did that help?
Nah, yeah, I've seen so many people do that where they think that something's messed up and it just turns out it's not the right format or they didn't save it correctly.
Yeah.
So I've seen that problem quite a few times pop up with people.
Yeah, so it helps. Thank you.
So is this like a black version of Albert Einstein in a way, or?
No, so Terrence
Terrence
Howard, he was an actor on. He did Iron Man as well. He played Rhodey in Iron Man. It's good.
He was in Hustle and Flow.
Oh
and
yeah,
Brothers.
yeah,
Hustle and Flow.
that's right.
And he
Okay.
played in
Crash.
Four Brothers.
Crash was good. So he's a great actor. Big fan of his acting thing. But there's a phenomena that happens when I don't know. Have you ever heard of the what's it called? It's named after some South African dude. Fucking hell.
I did two
Great
movies
memory.
with him when I was a kid, TJ.
Said what?
Yeah.
I was in two movies with him when I was a kid.
You haven't mentioned it before.
Oh yeah,
but I left the movie industry because I got touched and there was a lot of cocaine involved. They were very aggressive.
I remember like a while back you had actually showed us a clip from a movie that you were actually in when you were little.
I was like 10 or 11 at the time.
That was pretty cool. What movie was that again?
Spark. It was Spark 1 and 2. It was this was back before Terrence Howard was really big. He was kind of doing a lot of like college film with the he was working with a lot of universities with the film programs and stuff.
Yeah.
So they were kind of under budget films. They weren't nothing big, but I didn't realize till 20 years later when I found the tape at my dad's house and I was showing Sarah. I popped it in the VCR to watch it and I realized it was Terrence Howard. Because I didn't realize that I didn't know that when I was a kid. But I hadn't seen the movie in over 20 years.
You just saw it out of the corner of your eye, like, oh my God, that's me when I was little.
I hadn't seen the movie in like 15, 20 years, so I never dawned on me that it was Terrence Howard. And then when I clicked on when we put the movie in the VCR, I was looking at it, I was like, holy shit, I was in a movie with Terrence Howard twice. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, never knew that.
Going back to Einstein,
yeah.
Anybody, a fun fact does anybody know who actually played Einstein in Oppenheimer?
Well, that's a good question. We can find out, I suppose, can't we? Someone else played him as well on something else.
Well,
it was that German guy.
The clue was in the question.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Where do we get fun fact?
Where do we get what? Sorry?
Fun fact.
Where do we get fun fact?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta look past the pronunciation problem.
Who always says that?
Was it
Idiots? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Cantini?
All facts are fun.
Cantine?
I'm going to tell you.
Tom Cantine?
Sheldon Cooper always
Nope,
says
doesn't
that.
ring a bell.
Was it
The Big
Tom?
Bang Theory.
Tom Cantine?
Well,
T?
Einstein was
Something like
played by the actress that plays Penny's dad.
Yeah, Tom Contine or Contine.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't know how you say his last name.
Tom Cunty?
It's C-O-N-T-I.
Oh, Tom Conti. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know his.
Conti Tom.
He's kind of a hairy fellow, right?
Yeah, a bit of a cunt.
Justin's in the new Netflix documentary called Too Ugly for Dan Schneider.
Tom Conti was brilliant actor.
Now, I was also in the movie Dickie Roberts, Donald, you know? He knows what movie that is.
Dick Robert, what?
Dickie Roberts. It's actually a really funny movie. Oh fuck, what's his name from Grown Ups?
Yeah, that's the guy.
It wasn't Adam Sandler. It was Kevin James.
No, not Kevin James. Hold
on. David Spade.
David Spade. Okay. Dickie Roberts, David Spade plays a washed up child actor, and it shows him as an adult. And in the movie, he's trying to revive his career. But what's really cool is if you were a fan of movies back in like the 70s and 80s and 90s, they actually bring all the real washed out child stars into the movie, and they're all playing themselves in the movie. So you got like all the Brady's kids, like all these child actors that like really didn't do nothing after they did their one famous role. They're all kind of washed out. So kind of like it's actually kind of a nostalgic movie because you get to see all your, all the iconic child actors from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And even I think later than that, I want to say they even have some from like the 60s.
What you talking about?
And they're all grown and they all play themselves in the movie. If you haven't seen Dickie Roberts, you really got to watch it. It's actually a really good movie.
What you talking about, Willis?
What's up, Corey?
What's up, Corey?
Hi, Corey.
Hey, Paul. I got 8 pictures in the paper over the weekend.
Oh,
nice.
Game.
Good for you.
That's one of
very
them.
respectable.
Heck yeah.
That's one. That's the other. That
If
one.
you look at the first picture, he's floating off of the ground. He's actually levitating.
Right there, he's off the ground.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one picture. That's one picture. That's one of the pictures. That's one of the pictures. That's the other. That guy caught the ball, by the way.
Oh, that's a cool shot right there. That's a cool shot.
No, this one's the cool shot right here.
Oh yeah,
Look where the ball's at. That was the cool shot.
Yeah,
got that one.
Very cool. They're all cool.
In the championship, but that one I love, and he actually caught that ball. That guy behind him was reaching for it. That's a Mandeville player. He reached up, just snagged it out the air.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
when you take those shots, you're kind of going click, 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 aren't you? And trying to track as much as possible. Oh, are they?
Shots.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the quarterback lets it go, I look at the receiver. As soon as he starts to bring his hands up, a snap. Because that usually means the ball's right about to get to him.
So
that's 50. That's 50 years of shooting. You kind of anticipate. Now, you see, I was a little fast here. I would have wanted the ball, but right here. That one, when they dove, I just waited for the last second and took a shot. And I figured either I'd have him touching the ball or not. Now, the funny part about it, I shot that one, right? If I would have shot one more picture, you'd have seen he missed it.
So Michael,
now, were you using a drone or an actual professional camera?
DJ,
just a camera. Drone.
But you see, I love these pictures, ladies, because you see their eyes and you see him reaching in for the ball, watching the ball.
Yeah.
I think
I picked up 8 pictures in that thing, so I'll make about 200.
TJ, you
those
think
2
Joe
days.
could fly good enough to do those kind of pictures? Come on now.
Yeah, I
Couple
mean,
Jonesy's
hey,
crashed in the past month.
maybe he could just like have the drone just
No,
hovering. And
no,
then,
the only thing he's gonna do is take out one of the football players.
the golden middle finger.
I
Yeah.
love the golden one. Oh, Michael, so that link in there is for the movie Dickie Roberts. I think you'll actually enjoy that movie.
Okay.
Like I
might
said,
give
it's
it a
got a
look.
lot of the iconic child stars that play themselves from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s,
Okay.
90s. Like
Hey,
from all the classic TV shows and movies you remember back in the day. Like they
Hey,
all
Justin,
play
show-
themselves in the movie.
show
Dickie what?
Michael that clip of that movie that you were in for the one that we were just talking about. See if you could find it.
What's it called? Dickie what?
Dickie Roberts, former child star. That's the link that's in the chat is the trailer for the movie.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Dickie Roberts, former in red, child star. Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, it's a very funny movie. But the movie is him trying to revive his career. But him and all the, like I said, all the child actors that we all know in real life and stuff that play themselves in the movie, they all
end up
kind of
doing-
hang out with each other because they're all kind of has-beens in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
they all kind of hang out with each other as a big group in the movie.
Yeah, I like David Spade as well. He's cool.
Like they're playing a poker game in the movie, and fucking Greg Brady's like he's sitting there, as an adult, and he keeps putting in fucking in the pot instead of putting money in. He keeps putting like different memorabilia from the show in there from the Brady Bunch.
He's in that. I haven't seen it in a while, but he's in that comedy Just Shoot Me. David
Who?
Spade.
Oh
David
yeah.
Spade.
Yeah, he's still doing a lot of stuff. Like I said, if you really are a movie buff and you liked old TV shows, it'll definitely bring back some nostalgia for you in the movie.
Did you find that? Did you find the clip of that? Did you find the clip of that movie, Justin?
Oh, I'm looking.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some episodes of Just Shoot Me.
Yeah, I haven't seen that sitcom in a while.
Wow.
That should have turned Michael's headphones off again.
No, they're still on. I've switched them around with something else now. The other headphones are moving closer to the bin.
Actually, the whole entire movie is actually on YouTube for free. The one I was in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because what it
So
is
feels,
oh, go ahead.
feels like temperature right now is 108. 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's called Spark, right?
Yeah. I'll put the link in the chat.
I mean, the feels like temperature, you could have a feels like for an Inuit Eskimo type thing, and then everything would just be like roasting hot, 15 degrees Celsius feels like to an Eskimo very hot indeed.
Yeah, this is it's crazy because we got weather warnings right now. It's worse over in New Orleans. We're at 108. It feels like 110 in New Orleans right now.
Joe, what does your shirt say? Drone flying something, Jesus something?
It says drone flying is another reason why Jesus loved me.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Where'd you find that at?
On somewhere on Amazon.
Oh.
It says
What'd you
drone
do, just
flying
type-
is an.
You just type in drone shirts or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I did. And it said drone flying is another reason why Jesus loves me.
Oh.
I want to get a T-shirt that says Jesus loves you, and then in small print it says, "But I'm very much on the fence." still.
but I'm pretty much what?
There you go.
On the
TJ.
fence. That is
Just-
good. I like that one.
Yeah, it says Jesus
I
loves you.
might
but
have
I'm
to
very
make that
much
one myself.
on the
Thank you.
fence.
But
Yeah,
but
no
I'm
worries.
pretty much on the but I'm pretty much on the fence.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
still undecided.
So this was it right here, TJ.
Oh, I like on the fence better.
Are you smoking crack, man? I spent that shit the first month. Come on, how much money
Be
you got
on-
left on your shit?
So you'll see me here in a second. So that's me right
Yeah.
here.
That's you.
Yeah, right
awesome.
here.
No, I just paid off my card, and the only cash I got
You
left I'm
vandal.
using for books when I get there. Oh, don't pull me into this car madness. I hate
And then
that
you'll see
car.
him do a
How the fuck am I
close up on
supposed
me.
to get you? I don't know. You driving me was supposed to save money. That's what I thought. But
So
no.
how long was he sexually assaulted? Sorry, how long was he acting with you then?
Desert hole.
Did you do any
how long?
cocaine with him?
Oh, I did tons of cocaine.
Brilliant.
Did you, Rick?
Well, holy shit. Love it.
That was
That's
a long
crazy.
time ago. But now the entire movie's free on YouTube. Here, I'll put the link in the chat if anybody's interested. It's really not a bad
Cool, yeah.
movie for being under
Sure.
budget. Pretty much what it was about a black couple that kind of got stranded in not such a racial friendly town.
Hmm.
And the mechanic keeps like raising the prices every time they come back. Something else is wrong with their car. And then he
Okay.
charges them more, and they're just trying to get out of town. And yeah. But yeah, they did an original, and the original was in black and white, and then they came back about 3 years. It was about 3 years after the first one, because I was even younger in the first one. Then they came back about 3 years later, and they redid it, and they did that one, and they did it in color that time.
What
But,
year was that? Must have been 80 something, right?
No, I want to say it was
84?
around 94, 95.
Oh, 94. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was born. Well, no, never mind. Huh.
I was either 10 or 11, so it was around 95, maybe 96. Would have been
Yeah, that's
around
probably like
remember 95.
after. That's probably after. Well, not probably. It was after I was born because I was born in '83.
But yeah, I was 10 or 11, so I was born in 85, so I had to have been around 95, 96, somewhere in there.
Good years, 96. My God.
Don't see
Just, just from that scene, Justin made a lot of money during that scene.
A lot of cocaine, a lot of money,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of bitches at 10.
Yeah, those bitches chasing the 11-year-old kids.
But I had to
Oh,
get
God.
out of Hollywood. That's like I said, I kept getting sexually
Yeah.
assaulted by the actors.
Yeah, Hollywood is crazy. Well, at least you didn't get to meet Weinstein. Although, to be fair, you're not really his flavor, are you?
You talking about Uncle Whiny? That's what we call him.
Uncle Whiny. Yeah.
Uncle Whiny.
Oh, dear. Good old Uncle Whiny. In his wandering hands.
Who was the other one that was
dear.
really bad that was part of Nickelodeon? What was his name? He was the one that was doing the Nickelodeon shows for years. And he turned out to be a fucking pedo. I can't think of his name though.
We had a bunch of them in England. We had when I was a kid, we used to
What was
have
his name?
Rolf Harris. So we had Rolf Harris doing kiddie stuff. Do you know what it is yet? And drawing pictures and whatnot. And then in the evening we had Jimmy Savile, Jim Will Fix It, and then we had of course that guy
Stuart Hall.
wanna be in my gang. Who? Yes, Stuart Hall. Who was the wanna be in my gang dude?
Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter, yeah. And he was on things like Top of the Pops
Oh.
and whatnot.
Dan Schneider. That's who I was thinking of. So Dan Schneider was the one that was doing Nickelodeon for like 20 years or something. And he
Oh,
was in
okay.
charge of a lot of the real famous Nickelodeon shows back in the day. But he was Dan Schneider. They think he had like a foot fetish because there was a lot of Nickelodeon shows where the girls were showing their feet in clips. So they think one of his fetishes was feet.
See what Don's written there? That was his reference. You see, look, too ugly
Yeah.
for Dan Schneider. You see, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, that was
the
ages
reference.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to. I remember him saying that earlier, but I couldn't remember what his name was offhand. But yeah,
Yeah.
Dan Schneider was one that. Yeah, he ended up. They found out a bunch of nasty shit about that dude. But there's a running conspiracy that he had a foot fetish, because almost every show that he did, there was like a foot scene in every single show, every
But
episode.
also, Justin, don't listen to Don. What does he know? I think you are very assault worthy. So there.
Assault worthy.
Yeah, why not? I got you, man. I got you, dude. Don't worry.
There was almost as many foot scenes as there was in Married with Children.
Assault worthy.
Yeah, so don't you listen to Don.
He's
What does
very
he know?
saltworthy, even though he's got a pecker.
That's funny.
Ask the pecker. Pepper.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny.
But yeah, they were at my dad's. I think each time they came out, they were there for about 3 weeks. It took them to shoot the movie, roughly. It was like 2 or 3 weeks they were there. But it was fucking awesome though, because every day they had like big old tables of food, all kinds of shit, and you could just go back
Yeah,
there
boy, I
and eat
tell you,
whatever
they
you
feed you
wanted.
good at those things.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
it's good. When you're, because I used to belong to a theatre when I was a kid, and we did excerpts from Nicholas Nickleby, Charles Dickens, and stuff. And it was nice. You used to travel around doing this, that, and the other. It's very cool. We had a little bit of catering and everything else. It's nice.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't remember his name, because he did make that Don Schneider joke earlier, and I was like, fuck. I didn't even think about it. But yeah, it was we did a lot of stuff for other movies though too, like my dad's garage was used in some other movies I wasn't involved with, but they also used to have my dad's tow company, like they would tow cars out to movie sets and stuff for like apocalyptic type movies and stuff like that if they wanted to set up a car crash. My dad had a whole yard just full of like cars they would use for movies.
There's this guy that I don't know where exactly he lives, around here somewhere, but he drives around in this it's a it doesn't have any doors or whatever. It's like it's a wide open car, and he drives around in it. And I had talked to him one day about it, and he said that told me that they were going to use it in a movie, but ended up not using it. I think it was I'd forgotten what movie it was. It was one of those damn, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was I can't even remember now. Shit.
Yeah, we had
the car that he was driving around in was pretty cool looking though.
Well, with my dad's company also had like 4 or 5 classic cars, like older cars that were from like the 50s and 60s. And they didn't have any, and none of them had motors in it, because what they would do is they would always pull the car behind another one, and then they would have the camera rig hooked onto the front of it. So they did the way they did it to kind of make it a little bit lighter is they would take the transmission and motors out of them, and it was just the body and the frame. And then because they would rather pull it than actually driving it. So they would always, every time we'd take them out there, they would always hook it up to this special car with this like metal rig thing, and they'd hook it up to it, and then they would pull it along with the camera rig hooked on the top. That's how they'd get their shot of them driving down the road in the car.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's we still, there was a lot of stuff. Like Aaron Brockovich, I remember when they filmed that out by my house. It wasn't too far from where I
Oh
lived.
yeah, that movie, yeah, with
Yeah, it was the one with that was about Hinkley, about the tainted water, and Hinkley from the Chromium 9. It had Julia Roberts.
Oh yeah.
Julia Roberts was the main character of that movie because she turned out to be like a nobody off the street, and then she decided to get this job as like a law clerk, like just to help with the law firm. She was like a secretary. Well,
Hey,
she started.
I do
digging-
my best, Don. I do my best. I try to figure out what I.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but as she was a secretary, but she ends up like digging into this law firm's paperwork and figuring out that there's this whole conspiracy with this tainted water out in Hinkley, California. Ends up turning into this massive ass lawsuit, class action lawsuit. And then this little ass law firm that took on this class action lawsuit ended up making like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And getting the families all millions of dollars each. Like every one of the families out of the hundreds of families that were in the lawsuit, bunches of them got like $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, like all got multi-million-dollar payouts. Plus that little law firm all of a sudden, was 10 times the size overnight because the amount of money they made off that one lawsuit. But I actually had family members that lived in Hinkley that were involved in that back in the day. My stepmom, well, it wasn't, I guess, really my family, but my stepmom's family, a bunch of her family lived out there, and that was about a 25-minute drive from where I lived. And yeah, it was pretty bad. A lot of families out there, man, had weird ass like diseases in their families and shit. Everybody had like weird cancers and all kinds of shit. It was really bad.
Because of Hinkley Power Station.
Yeah, it was from PG&E, yeah, the power company. What they did was they had these big like, what do you want to call them? Like pools.
Coolers?
They were like almost like they look like lakes, right? Like ponds or lakes.
Oh, right.
And they had it lined with liner, and they had it filled up with this like really toxic water that had chromium-9 in it. Well, it was
Right.
leaking into the ground, and it got into the drinking water that was in the ground, and all of a sudden all these people in this town started getting all kinds of weird cancers, birth defects, when they would have a kid, all kinds of crazy shit. And it was ignored for years and years and years, and until this one lady ran across it in a law firm, put all the pieces together, and next thing you know, they had a massive ass class action lawsuit against PG&E.
Yeah, she was just dealing with one family at first, and then realized just how fast spreading it was.
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. It's called Aaron Brockovich. That was the name.
Aaron Brockovich, yeah. There's the reason why I found it a little bit confusing. The reason why I asked as well is because in England we've got a place called Hinkley, which is a power station. Also had its kind of thing, had a bit of an issue.
Near Leicester.
You're muted, Joe.
I thought it was in Somerset, but okay.
Hinkley. It's near Leicester.
Yeah.
It's where they make Triumph motorbikes.
Well, is that the shirt you're going to get me, Joe?
Yeah, no, I'm on about the power
muted.
station. Hinkley Point Power Station.
But I'm pretty much on.
Yeah, the name of the company was
so
PG&E.
That's Hinkley Point, not Hinkley. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Cool Cat. What do you think?
Let's have a look now.
Says Jesus loves you, but I'm pretty much on
What
the
do we got?
fence.
Hang on. Just give me a sec. I will.
I like the one that.
Oh,
Joe's
Jesus
got.
loves you, but I'm pretty much on the fence. Love it. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Albert
that. I
Finley.
might have to put that in my store.
I think it could be better. I think Jesus loves you, but I'm still on the fence. I think maybe that would be
Finley.
better,
Who is
quicker,
that?
and more punchy. The pretty much could be. You could get rid of that, and it would still.
Yeah, the guy that played the main lawyer. Okay, I know who he is.
I'm still on the fence.
Sounds better.
But I'm still on the fence. Yeah. That's good. I like
Albert Finney. Yeah, I had to look him up because I wasn't sure which character he played, but yeah, that was the main lawyer in the movie. Yeah, he did. He
You
played
could
good.
also-
He was good.
You could also have Joe. You could also have Jesus loves you, but I think you're an arsehole. That one works.
But I think you what?
It says Jesus loves you, but I think you're an arsehole, or something in smaller writing.
Well, they got that one out there. They got that one out
Oh,
there.
it's out there, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, I saw that one already.
Well, I put the spelling you put in originally, Donald, and he still came up. So, but yeah, I saw. I was trying to see who. It was.
But I don't.
Yeah, I remember when they made Aaron Brockovich, though. She was staying at the local hotel in Barstow, California, and they rented out like half the whole top of the half of the hotel for privacy reasons.
Mm.
So they rented out like I think it was a 5-story hotel, and they rented out the top 2 floors, I think, just so nobody. And then they had it all blocked off so you couldn't get up there. And Julie Roberts was staying there, like all the cast and everything was staying on the top 2 floors. Yeah, it was a big old thing when they were out there filming that movie. And then they did the Incredible Hulk, the one from 2003, I think it was, or 2000.
It's Incredible Hulk, not the Credible Hulk. Credible Hulk is something else. That Credible Hulk is a joke. It's like a parody thing. It's really quite funny.
Well,
Just have a look at it.
They filmed that out by where I lived at too. And then they also
Credible
filmed
Hulk.
part of was
Yeah.
it Too Fast, Too Furious? They filmed that out by Barstow, part of that movie, a little bit of that movie.
Mm.
Actually, quite a few of the Fast and the Furious movies where they were in the desert were actually filmed out by Barstow, California. Because in one of the movies, he actually references Barstow. He goes, "Oh, you can always go back to Barstow." He's like, "I'm not going back to Barstow."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going back to Barstow.
Yeah, that was where I was from, Barstow, Newberry area. I remember watching that at the drive-in, and everybody at the drive-in in Barstow. When he said that, everybody started woo, yeah, and the fucking screaming at the drive-in. You could hear everybody cheering it.
Oh. Is it? This is that shirt that Joe's got.
Drone flying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only $14.99.
That's cheap. I think I might have paid that.
DJ, when you gonna get an Xbox to start playing with us, huh?
One of these days.
There you go. This is what I mean, Justin. I'll just share my screen with you here. It says, Credible Hulk always cites his sources. There you go.
Always cites his sources.
It says, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry because I always back up my rage with facts and documented sources. The Credible Hulk. Cool. Right,
Nice
so
try,
go
bro.
all files. There you go. Save. I got it. I am now an image saving beast. Look at that. All the right file formats. Nothing is safe. Yeah, so what I was talking about before was the Dunning-Kruger effect, where Terence is in what you'd call the valley of despair. So some would argue maybe he's between that and peak Mount Stupid, but so he's got a little bit of information, that is to say, technical references, and he knows a little bit about something, and he's
pretty much what he's doing is just repeating what he hears.
Yeah, well, it's like I say, if he hears a physicist talking, he just hears blah blah blah, physics reference, blah blah blah, physics reference. So he's just repeating that and essentially saying, "Look, I'm doing the same thing." You see?
When was he? Like, when did this all go down? Where he was talking about physics?
It started when he went to Uganda and he found himself in amongst, not only he had his little crew around him who only said yes, and a bunch of very poorly educated politicians and whatnot and everything else. And yeah, he
Well,
he
let's
had a
face it, the
captured
entire
audience.
country doesn't really have any education.
Is it Ganda or is it Ganda or Ganda?
Uganda.
About the most education they
neither.
get is maybe how to read a little bit, maybe how to write a little bit, and that's it. But like math,
Yeah, so there.
I know like a lot of
Talking physics to Ugandans is like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, they didn't really
honestly,
have a
a
chance today.
fifth grader would probably be smarter than an adult. A fifth grader from here would probably have more knowledge than an adult from Uganda. To be
Yeah,
honest
you
with you.
see, my physics knowledge is sufficient.
I guess it all
to-
just
to-
depends on like because I don't know. Justin just said Uganda, and I
Yeah,
guess
Uganda,
some people say
So,
Ganda,
so
Uganda.
my knowledge of physics is such that I can be somewhat aware of what I don't know, and you know, have a good understanding of what I've invested time in to try and get to know. But that's it. The trick is really knowing that you don't know very much at all, and you know, and just to have an interest in it and try and learn what you know, using those precepts of, you know, science, you know, and just kind of having everything backed up with evidence and whatnot and that sort of thing. But yeah, it doesn't take someone with very much physics knowledge, let's just say me, to know that he's talking horseshit.
Well, it's one
But I
thing
think-
to repeat something,
Yeah.
but if you got to understand the basic knowledge of what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about, you know, when he talks about, you know, like elements and stuff, it's painful. Here's the thing, Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know, not a kind of world-renowned physicist at all, but you know, he knows enough about cosmology and physics to give a good take on it. And I think his debunking, let's say, or peer review of the 36-page document that he was sent by Terence Howard, I think was very good. It was very polite, and he did it really well. You know, he did it in a way that didn't appear to be rude or disrespectful. He just peer reviewed what he had been given by Terence, and what he took away from it was, you know, the shapes that you drew with all the, you know, was very pretty, but that's about it, you know. But it's not what he wants to hear. And the thing is, Terence is used to saying things to people, and they just nod and go, "Yeah, you're a genius." So unfortunately, he argued the point.
The guy I like to listen to talk about stuff like that is what the hell's his name? The Asian physicist Michio.
Oh, Kaku, yeah, Michio Kaku.
I can't never say
name
his
is.
name correctly, but yeah. That dude's pretty smart. I've listened to
Well,
him.
he's certainly a physicist, but yeah, it's not all. He's I think his obsession with string theory is a little bit off base. It's a bit of a waste of time.
It might be one thing that he's just interested in, though. I mean,
Yeah, sure. He is vulnerable to a little bit of quackery, I will say.
what I didn't. The thing I don't
Problem
like
is-
about
sorry, go
Neil
on.
deGrasse or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Tyson, is when he was asked about the current structure of society.
Yeah,
and
female sports
instead
and all
of-
sorts of stuff. Yeah,
Instead
he gets
of
it wrong.
actually saying what I know he wanted to say,
Yeah.
he was trying to appeal. He was like trying not to get canceled instead of
Yeah,
speaking
he was
his mind.
packaging it in such a way as it was fluffy. And the thing is,
And
that's
kind of
not a
pissed- that kind
scientific
of
thing to
annoyed
do.
me.
Yeah, I know I know precisely what you mean. Me too. I've probably heard him say the same thing.
Because he was
And
on that
I've-
one dude's talk show on YouTube. I can't think of his damn name. And he asked him about it, and he was just like beating around the bush, and
Yeah.
you could tell he was trying to appease a certain audience.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he knows that he's stepping into an echo chamber, you know, because no doubt he would have listened to a couple of episodes of it just to familiarize himself with the environment. But yeah, those sorts of things are no good. They only make the people feel better who they're talking with, and that's it.
Because
No
he got a
really-
lot of crap for that interview. A lot of crap.
Right.
A lot of people, like there was a lot of people that kind of lost respect for him after that interview.
I guess the trick is just not to do those interviews because they're always going to be bent out of shape.
Well, they were
and
asking
then-
him from a scientific standpoint, and instead of giving a true, honest scientific answer, he was trying to, like I said, he was trying to appease a certain audience instead of just being honest.
Yeah,
you
he
could tell
was trying to
you wanted
use
to
an
say
identity
it,
politics type of language.
but
yeah.
he was being a pussy about it at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's never a good look. Never a good look at all.
Because he almost sounded like he was coming from the wokish type side versus a true scientific side. It was almost like
Yeah.
he was agreeing with all that stuff, and I was just like,
Yeah,
"What the hell's wrong with you?"
I didn't know that about him either for quite some time, and he seemed okay, and he's a great educator. He encourages people to think about things and whatnot. It's definitely a net benefit to all of it.
I think that's the one
When he-
Donald doesn't like. I don't think Donald likes him. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I remember Donald saying he didn't like him for some reason.
It was probably me who
Who's
said
that?
that actually, but
No,
remember hearing
Donald.
his-
Donald said at one time. I think he said he didn't like Tyson. He didn't like him.
Mike
I
Tyson
could
you're
be-
talking about?
No,
No, Neil
physicist.
deGrasse Tyson.
Oh,
I remember Donald. I'm pretty sure it was Donald that said something about he didn't like him for some reason. I can't remember exactly why though.
For the longest time, I just didn't realize that he was indeed full of shit because he was talking about things in areas outside my expertise, and I don't have a lot of expertise in any particular area, frankly. But
I mean, I found some things you say to be interesting, but
yeah, many things he says are interesting. Just
like
not
I
very
said,
accurate.
after that whole that one interview I was talking about, though, that kind of I lost a lot of respect for him after that. I was just like, come on, dude. Like, it's what you're being asked. There is no debate about it. If you're coming from a science standpoint, it is what it is. There is no, this isn't
A lot
a
of-
theoretical science. It's fact.
Right. A
And
lot
you're
of these
beating around the
public
bush about it.
figures, and a lot of these public figures, talking heads, will self-censor themselves. They won't need anyone else to stand over them, and threaten them with cancellation. They will self-censor on their own simply because they're aware that people around them have been cancelled for saying the same sort of thing.
Well, the thing is I honestly, truly believe that you only get canceled if you let yourself get canceled, because there's plenty of famous people out there. Like you take some of the comedians like Dave Chappelle. He has not allowed himself to get canceled, and guess what? He hasn't been canceled.
They tried.
People assume they were going to get canceled, and then what do? They bend the knee. But if
Yeah.
you stand up to it and you put your middle finger up to it and you have that attitude of fuck you ain't doing anything to me, guess
Yeah.
what? Nothing happens to you. People
Yeah.
think that
Well-
it's just everybody thinks you're just going to get canceled these days if you say something. That's not the truth. Truth
Yeah.
is, if you stand up to it, you'll be fine.
And this trans rights activism stuff is bizarre, and it's really quite brutal as well.
Look,
People do get
and this is
cancelled.
what I said about the whole LGBTQ thing, right? Is the only rights that they never had in the US that other people had that they didn't was just getting married. That's been done,
Well,
fixed
Yeah.
a while
And now
back.
they want to destroy women's sports, right?
Right.
Change everyone else's reality. Do you see what I mean? I mean,
no,
here's the
it's-
thing.
it's not
No,
even that, it's-
hang on. This is important. But the thing is, the problem here is that they want to change other people's reality. Now, the reality is, of course, that you can't change your sex. That's it. End of story. No one ever changed their sex. No one will ever change their sex. But the thing is, here's the thing. To what extent do you have to modify your own reality to fit someone else's, right? So if you were, let's say, suffering from an eating disorder where you thought you were fat and therefore you didn't eat anything, right? And you said, oh my God, I'm so fat. And you were, I don't know, 4 stone and about to die. You could think, well, you could imagine it would be irresponsible of me to give you affirming language that would say, yes, you are indeed fat or something, and you should definitely not eat lest you know, become extremely fat or something. You know, it's a problem. It's you know, someone is deluded because they are allowing people to enable that delusion, and they're now allowing people to gatekeep that delusion. But the thing is, there is no extent to which you should modify your reality to fit someone else's. Do you see what I mean?
Well, the thing
and you
is,
don't have to be rude about it either. So yeah. So, and it doesn't mean that you have to be rude. It doesn't mean that you have to be quote unquote transphobic or something, just because that's the case.
Well, and the thing is, like I said, I've never had an issue with that. The only rights that they didn't have that other, I guess you want to say regular people had, was they couldn't get married. That's been fixed. My whole point is, if you're fighting for your right to be accepted, when you get to the point where people are starting to accept you, that's when you need to pump the brakes. Because when you push too much, you create more hate than you're trying to solve that was never there before. Because that's the problem with the LGBTQ community. They fought for the rights. They wanted to have equal rights. The one right that they didn't have has now been equalized, but they keep
Here's
pushing.
the problem that I mentioned before when we had a word about this.
I think more people
using
have a
hate
problem with it than they ever did before.
Yeah, so using hate, as in, you know, the word hate as its own kind of thing, as its own entity, it is not a good thing to do. It's like using that type of language that's expected, right, from the same community. Well, hating something is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with hate. In the same way that violence, not all violence is bad, not all hate is bad. The same kind of thing. But regarding hate as being some kind of always bad thing is not a good idea. Anyway, let's get off that for a sec. Like I was saying, the idea that your reality is modified to suit someone's delusion is unfair. You shouldn't have that expectation if you are part of that community. But also, I was going to say, the rights that they are claiming they don't have is the right to use female bathrooms and the right to destroy women's, sports, by getting involved in it. Those sorts of rights, and the rights to go into schools and start telling the kids that, this is completely normal. It's okay. And if you ever feel confused, it's because you're in the wrong body and you need to have your cock sliced off or something.
Oh my God.
It's just crazy. And there's no way that it should be going on.
God.
What do you think, TJ?
That'd be horrible.
What do you think, TJ?
I would be mad if somebody like pulled a John Bobbitt on me. I'd be like, man, fuck you.
A John Bobbitt.
A John Bobbitt.
Yeah, telling children they should have their penises removed or take drugs to make them infertile or something.
There was a movie. Speaking of which, there was this movie that I saw a long time ago. It was called Teeth. And
I saw that.
Yeah, about that girl who had teeth inside of her vagina, like when she got
that was
mad,
awful.
That was pretty bad.
Fucking hell, it's frightening.
Oh my God.
That'd be a whole new experience.
In Vietnam, they used to stick lasers up there.
Put your thing in and pull out a string full of noodles.
No, that was actually a thing back in Vietnam. They said that hookers used to stick lasers
go.
and stuff up there.
Stop fighting.
That's funny. Oh my God.
Well, I'm actually going to stay out of this argument, but the one thing I will mention is it does work both ways. You do get girls turning into boys as well.
Yep, and you do. You get girls turning into boys.
And so that's the reason they want to get other
in inverted commas.
They
no one ever turns into anything,
one
but
person and put it on the other.
Like I
Well,
said,
once
I
you
don't
have
care.
the operation, the courts can change your birth certificate from male to female.
Yeah,
Like I said, I
you could
don't
write
care.
it in the snow, with something, but it doesn't make someone female that once used to be
Like I said,
male,
I
or
don't
vice
care.
versa. Frankly,
Honestly, I don't care how people live their lives, but like I said, when you're fighting for people to accept you and then people start to accept you, you need to stop pushing, because that's the problem with the LGBTQ community is they wanted everybody to accept them. People started being more acceptive of it, and then they just kept pushing and pushing, and now they've created more hate than they've ever had in history. More people are hating that community now than I think ever did, because there was a lot of people that used to never pay attention to that community. They didn't care what that community was doing at the end of the day. But now, since they're shoving it down everybody's throat in every single movie and TV show that's coming out, people are getting tired of it. And it's like I said, when you're trying to push a cause and you win your argument in the cause, whatever you want to say, you've gotten to the point where what you were originally trying to get to. If you don't stop pushing, it's gonna be worse in the long run. And that's the problem, is they won't stop pushing, and people are getting super pissed, and it's creating more issues.
yeah, there just need to be a reality about it.
But
and like I said, no one ever changed sex. That's
your only human right that they didn't have, that I would consider a human right that everybody had, was they weren't able to get married.
Yeah.
But that was the only one that they had for a long time, and they ended
And
up
I think it's
changing
great.
that.
I think it's great that they can get married, and they should be. They should have all the inalienable human rights that everyone else does. But these things that they are calling rights that aren't rights, they're just extra bullshit that they can, let's say, exercise this sex quirk, right? Or this kink.
Like I
To
said, I
ask
don't have
to
a
exercise
problem.
your sex kink and call it a human right is fucked up.
Like I
And
said, I don't
I'm not
have a
buying it. And there are many others that aren't buying it either.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with people like that.
Me neither.
I really
Me
don't. They
neither.
don't bother me.
I even call my mate
Live your
Steve, I even
life.
call him Stephanie from time to time. How about that?
You live your life and I live my life, and we just don't tell each other what to do, and enjoy yourself and be yourself.
Amen. Amen. Indeed.
Right.
That's the way I
I
look at it.
agree with that. What?
I just don't want you to tell me what I have to do.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll tell you right now, as a hardcore American like I am, I definitely don't like the fact somebody else is trying to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
That goes against
Or-
every bit
How
of the
about-
way I was raised.
How about not having any choice in the matter? They're going to expose your children to all sorts of crazy shit. There'll be men in the bathroom, with your daughter. Brilliant. Yeah, sounds awesome. And all under the heading of rights. Awesome.
Okay, everybody. I hate to cut off the educational hour, but it's almost noon, and if you guys want to continue, I'll let you continue. But I've got to go. I got to go do something. So
No, I'm good. I'm ready to jump on.
Yeah, I'm good. I've addressed the issues in the best possible way. Thank you, Paul.
okay, everybody. Hey,
I'll catch y'all
Joe,
later.
take
See
care.
everybody later.
Mark, Justin, Michael, TJ.
See you, everyone. Take care.
We'll
Have a
see
great
ya.
day, everyone.
We'll see y'all later on.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.